And then if you're watching this later, we're just waiting for folks to get here and getting set up while we do it. Because we don't schedule these. No one knows when we're going to be here. You are not even close to being in frame. You're going to have to get like... All right, stupid. All right, we got two folks here. So I'm a little more in frame than you are, but because of where we're sitting, that might be the best we can do. Okay, let's get the chat up.
Dog, go lay down.
Oh, we got 5 watching. Look at him. Well done. All right. Where's the chat? Someone do a chat. Oh, there it is. Hi, Isaac. Franklin Homestead, shalom. Oh, and Les is here. Les and Sharon are here. That's awesome. All right, guys. You want to see what we're drinking tonight? Where do we put this? That should work. Well, if it doesn't slide off, I'm sorry. How good are your eyes?
I don't know. Wear glasses.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Wish I could make the chat bigger. Thank you, Franklin Farmstead. He said chat. I can't hardly see that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's gonna be going by so fast we can't read it anyway.
All right, here we go. You want to see what the bearded men are drinking this evening? Let's see. I think last time we did Guinness Extra Stout, right? The Extra Stout draft.
We had some Dos Equis in there too somewhere.
Oh yeah, we had Dos Equis too. Okay, so tonight the bearded gringo is starting off with Seagram Strawberry Daiquiri.
We're drinking Kool-Aid tonight. Do not drink the Kool-Aid, boys.
And the revolting man is Jamaican Me Happy. Yeah, baby. Okay, so there's a story behind this. I can't wait to see what the chat says.
It tastes like Kool-Aid.
Oh, Isaac, we want to talk about that here in a little while. We're going to talk about that in a bit. That's interesting. So, hold on 1 second. Let's taste the bouquet. So apparently Jamaica, happiness in Jamaica tastes just like Zima.
I got strawberry Kool-Aid here. It's pretty good.
I hate to admit it, but it's okay. Okay, so what's the story behind this? Look, we lost someone already. They're like, Seagrams? What is this called? Seagram's Escapes. We need sound noise in the background. So I went to do a job at a guy's house. This was several months ago now. And he was a truck driver for the distributor. And he gave me 2 cases. He said, hey, just take these. And I didn't know how to say, I didn't want to be rude and say, no. So we've had these 2 cases of Seagram's Escape sitting in the back room for a couple months now. And Mariah won't drink them. She hates them because the woman's got pretty good taste in beer. So tonight we're going to try to drink these as a joke. I mean, we're going to pretend like it's a joke. In actuality, it tastes like Jolly Ranchers.
It does taste
I don't like them.
Jolly Ranchers in a bottle. That is awesome.
Let's see if we can get you in there a little more and bring this down just a tick. That's better. Okay, so just to get us started, what's the chat have to say about this is nice things we saved Saturday night. Sharon's side drink one for us. You two make such a cute couple with your fruity drinks. Wilbur approved. Oh, low blow, Isaac. Nicely done. Be America's girly drinks. I think Be America accused me of being a sailor on this weekend's video too. So, okay.
You do spend a lot of time in the barrel.
Tuesday, we can't tell that joke right now.
No.
Later on, we're gonna send the boys to bed here in a little while, and we'll have Sharon leave the room, and we'll tell a dirty joke. Glenn need bear. Can we say we're like a poor man's bear substitute? Together, the two of us are a poor man's bear.
Bear independent.
I guess that's what he means. He just says need bear. I wonder if it meant need beer. Now you could be a drunken sailor. Not at 4.5% alcohol.
Yeah. Give me time.
No.
It's like 2.5.
3.2. Apparently in Jamaica they can't hold their liquor.
They're always smoking that weed. They don't need liquor.
They don't need liquor.
They like Jolly Ranchers in a bottle.
You know, there's worse things. So Mariah and I did the math today. We may have done this math yesterday. She was saying, I think the price of eggs have gone up. And she told me what she'd been paying for eggs and what she's paying for eggs now. And eggs, now this is a little bit of an imperfect comparison, because she had just bought 5 carton egg things, so 60 eggs. And she paid 13 cents an egg when she bought those 60 eggs. And then one day this week she went and bought 18 carton of eggs, and it was 26 cents an egg. So in the space of a week, you can essentially say the cost of eggs doubled. How's that for Build Back Better? America's back, baby. Back in the late 1970s. Okay, so Isaac just said that he bought the Ruger Wrangler. Isaac took a bit of a tumble down a flight of stairs at a customer's house this week, busted my lower back a little more than it was before, and snapped my smartphone in half. Gotta love it. Damn, young man, be careful. How y'all doing after the storms? All we got was, we're in the Appalachians. I don't want to tell you exactly where we are in the Appalachians, but as far as Georgia goes, we're in northeast Georgia. And we're on the eastern slope of those mountains. So all the bad weather coming from the, Justin Wilson relieves, Reds trail the Braves 2-0. All that bad weather that comes from the west, it hits those mountains, goes over them, and comes down on the other side of us. We almost never get bad weather. Really, really bad weather. Every once in a while, but not often. So I think we got some heavy rain.
Yeah, it rains all the time here.
Yeah, we do get a fair amount of rain. But it was heavy this last week. Was it last? It was the middle of the week, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So we saw some heavy rain. We drive back and forth to Atlanta for work, and all the rivers and streams were basically in flood. They were all almost up over the banks. I didn't go past the Chattahoochee, the Chattanooga. What the hell is that? The Chattahoochee. Mm-hmm. So I didn't see how it was looking.
I'm sure I did, but I wasn't paying attention probably.
There's this one spot where where 285 goes over the Chattahoochee, and when it's really high right there, it's pretty impressive. And I didn't go over there this last week, so I don't know how someone put build back. Oh, it was Isaac. Build back better with 6s replacing the B's. Palmetto Paratroopers here. How you doing, Palmetto? It looks like your son's head is on fire. One of you boys light yourself on fire?
No.
No, what?
No,
Yes, no, sir. Damn boy's gonna embarrass me in public.
He's like, no what? What?
No
What?
what?
No what?
I don't
What?
know.
What?
No what?
No.
No what?
I'm not on fire. No.
Don't ask me stupid questions. Damn it, old man. Okay, Dylan's in southeast Georgia. Went over to Pembroke area with my job for storm relief. Yeah, they had tornadoes down there. I believe one lady got killed last I heard. Oh yeah, big eye opener to the devastation of tornadoes. Palmetto's had a lot of rain, but everywhere around them had tornadoes and flooding. Yeah, so where Palmetto Paratrooper lives, the weather that jumps over us, it kind of lands right there at Palmetto's house. So he got our tornadoes, I guess.
I'm glad to see he's in the States.
Yeah. Yeah, Palmetto was talking about going to Ukraine. Yeah.
Watch out, boys.
Although I have been hearing some guys, stories about some guys who did. That's a young man's game, though. Boys will be boys. Bob Jones says, "Sup? Hey, Bob. It's nothing stuff. Something stuff. I shouldn't have tried that." Haz is here. Hey, Haz Drubel, how you doing, sir? Palmetto says he got talked out of it, of going to Ukraine. Yeah, Palmetto, I don't think you'll mind if can I announce your big news? He gave me some big news he has last night. Let me know if I can announce your big news. Yeah, Bob says don't go to Ukraine, it's a trap.
Yeah, it's definitely a trap.
Oh, Les and Sharon are at Lake Oroville. That sounds familiar. Have you ever heard of Lake Oroville? Says it's the best fishing lake in the U.S. Okay, Palmetto said sure. Palmetto Paratrooper is expecting his 6th child. So congratulations, Palmetto Paratrooper. That moves you up into another category. You can get to 5 by mistake, and I know that for a fact because I did it. But once you go to 6, you've been deliberate about it. So that puts you in a whole new category, sir. Congratulations. I'm trying to remember your split. Is it 4 girls and 2 boys right now? Or no, right now you're at 5. That's 3 girls and 2 boys or 4 girls and a boy? I don't remember. You can absolutely tell all 13 others in here. That was harsh. Oh man, he just dissed our live stream. Dude, what the hell? Oh, 3 and 3. Yeah, with the new one, it's 3 and 3. So it was 3 and 2. Okay. But the Oroville Lake is between Marysville, California, and Chico, California.
That's probably why I never heard of it.
I think there's something historic happened there. There was a base there. So I don't know. I've heard of Oroville. All right. So Palmetto Paratroopers are 3 girls and 3 boys. And is 6 enough to call him a patriarch? Where's that patriarch level at? We know it's by 8, so. So it's either 6 or 7. I think 7. I think 1 for every day of the week you can be
I mean, I'm not a biologist, so I don't know.
Well, so what's the average? The average number is like 1 point or 2 point. The average number of kids in America people have is like 2.5 or 2.2 or something. So I guess when you've tripled the average, we'll say you could be a patriarch. So that would be 7. Nine, he's a Mormon.
I've been called a Mormon a lot.
I've been called a Mormon before too.
Well, been asked, are you a Mormon?
Yeah. Are you Catholic? No, I'm not Catholic. Are you a Mormon? No, I'm not Mormon.
I'm Jeffrey. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. What are you? I'm a patriarch. Braves still up 2-0. My daughter is actually at the game. Hasdrubal says, I'm not a biologist either, but balls. Oh, I just got that. You're not a biologist. Man, I missed the reference.
That's all right.
Look at this.
We'll blame it on the Jamaican beer.
Look at. Normally it takes me a 3-hour live
You
stream
see,
to drink
like-
one beer.
Mikey likes it. He's out doing the old gringo over here.
I love the
It's
flavors.
a little sweet, I'll give you that.
It's
It
so
is.
fruity. It makes me feel festive.
My teeth are loosening. As
You get a cavity.
yeah.
Yeah, we lost the check. Girl beers tonight, I see. Well, if you had joined the live stream when it started, Palmetto Paratrooper, you would have heard the backstory. There's a backstory. The backstory is that the revolting man loves fruity drinks. I'm not supposed to drink them, but I just love them. You could hear the racetrack earlier. I guess they ran the last race.
I didn't know we had a racetrack.
Yeah, God, we're down to 10 already. We're not being very entertaining tonight. Your beer is trans. Major Ken's here. He says, White Claw? We're a little manlier than White Claw.
That's next week.
That's next week. I don't know, only if someone gives us 2 cases of White Claw. Someone gave us 2 cases of this. We just got to drink it. So we're drinking it with you guys as it's a joke. Actually, it's not. We're hiding in plain sight. We're doing this because you would just assume it was a joke. Anarchy Television. I don't know that we've seen that before. He liked Anarchy Television. Likes, you know, I'm an anarchist too. Have I told you this?
Mm-mm.
Have we talked about this? I'm an anarchist now. There is no good government. All governments go to bad no matter what. If our government can't be good, if our government can go wrong, then any government can go wrong. And so since there can't be a good government, there should be no government. No king but King Jesus. All right. You're going to have to pick up a notch. What do we got now? Ah, shit. Damn it.
You got shit in a bottle.
Oh, these need I don't have a bottle opener. No bottle opener.
You gotta swap it out.
Oh, shucks. We have a truly horrendous beer left over from a failed experiment.
Well, it's not that turpentine shit, is it?
I don't want to be too rude. The guy who bought me these beers, you know, he watches the live streams and he's a dear friend, and I would never want to insult him. But this was truly horrendous beer, Keith. I love you, brother, but please don't ever do this to me ever again.
It was probably a joke. He said, "What should I get the revolting man to drink?" Well, you got the strawberry.
Oh, strawberry daiquiri. Yay!
It's sweet. Whew, I got diabetes just sitting here.
Strawberry daiquiri. What's the alcohol content on this one? Oh, it's 3.2. I guess they're all going to be 3.2. And Palmetto is at a terrapin. Yeah, it's a terrapin, Palmetto. It's the Hopsecutioner.
The execution.
Yeah. It's like someone said, man, we really screwed up this batch of beer. How can we sell it? I know. Les Jones, I don't keep my keys in my pocket. If you guys ever need to steal a vehicle, go steal mine because the keys will be in the ignition. I hate having things in my pocket. If it's not a pocket knife, I generally don't put it in there. I had some bourbon to it. Hey, Major Ken, I had to quit drinking bourbon. It got me in too much trouble. Look at, that's what I got lit on the night before I had to be escorted down the mountain. Oh, no, it's terrapin. It's not estrogen.
Oh, I remember that. I drank one out of politeness.
Yeah, David likes that. So here's the deal. This is called an IPA, India Pale Ale. Back when the British Empire was sending its troops to India and they had to import beer over there, they couldn't keep it from going bad, so they added extra hops to it to make
pissed in it.
it basically to keep it from going bad, and it just tastes horrendous. It's just the worst. It was a failed experiment. The whole India colonization thing was a failed experiment. The India Pale Ale was a failed experiment, just bad. Okay. How is your base of fire doing? Hey, young nationalist. I had it out the other day. I can't afford to put too many rounds through it, but it's fine. It works great. It was a success, unlike the IPA.
Blue.
Ooh, blue. Is that pina colada?
Something colada.
Pina colada. If you like pina colada, ooh.
It's gonna be good.
Well, I haven't even tasted this daiquiri yet, so let's do a sip. Oh dear Lord, I just got diabetes.
Yeah, that thing's sweet.
Diabetes. If you have diabetes like me, the Germans flee OYT. The Germans flee OYT. Their beer. The Germans flew out their beer from Kabul before the U.S. pulled out. Beer making is practically a religion in Vermont, no joke. Punishment beer. Save those hopsecutioners. I'll pick them up when I go to Arkansas to look at that property. All right, it'll be here for you because I ain't drinking that shit. You can see what I thought about it. I put the last one in with the Seagram's Escapes. So I had a thought. I don't have many of them, so when I have one, I hold on to them. Would it have been better if our founding fathers hadn't rebelled and stayed a part of the British Empire? Now, hear me out. If America hadn't rebelled, Britain would have never turned to India to replace the lost colonies in America. If America hadn't rebelled, the French Revolution wouldn't have happened. That in and of itself almost changes modern history. But if the French Revolution hadn't happened, then Napoleon would have never happened. If Napoleon had never happened, then German unification would have never happened. World War I would have never happened. The Russian Revolution and the rise of communism would have never happened. That by itself completely changes world history. World War I wouldn't have happened, World War II wouldn't have happened, the Cold War wouldn't have happened. And America would have kept Great Britain from going so far to the left. And Great Britain really wouldn't have been able to drag America to the left because we would have been so much bigger. So here's my question. Assuming all of those things could have been prevented, in the long run, would it have been better for the world if America hadn't rebelled from Great Britain? Not necessarily would it be better for America, but would have fewer people suffered fewer tragedies if America had not rebelled from Great Britain? What do you think?
Yeah, it'd just probably been different tragedies. I mean,
So it wouldn't have changed anything, but just the details.
yeah.
I can see that because there were such massive and major technologies fomenting anyway, and those things would have sloshed across the world no matter what. But still, when you think about, okay, no Napoleon. Well, Napoleon had massive wars back and forth across Europe for like 15 years, 12 years or some 10 years, I can't remember. Then you got the Franco-Prussian wars. Oh, you might not have even had the Crimean War might not have happened. I don't, Mike. I think that's right. I think the Crimean War might not have happened had that been the case. Had America not rebelled, and so the French Revolution had not. In reality, it was the French Revolution that really pushed all this stuff off, and then America not being an anchor for Great Britain. So the Great Britain could go off and get dragged, because Great Britain would then have been turned towards America. They would have been turned towards Europe and the rest of the world. But the reality is, I think the French Revolution drove most of those tragedies. Franco-Prussian Wars, German unification, World War I, the Crimean War, World War II. The Crimean War was before all that, but we missed some chats. Let's catch up with the chat. You want to try to entertain people for a minute?
I am right now. Drinking my blue Kool-Aid.
Okay. Okay, the 22 primer round is silent. Les, we're going to get to those 22 primers here in a little while. This will be a short night. Sharon, these are only 3.2%. You'd have to drink a lot of them. Hey, Aaron Goodman just bought a Galil Ace Gen 2 rifle in 7.62 by 39.
It's a good thing we have 2 cases.
Yeah. To replace my AK truck gun. I run an 8-inch Galil as a truck PDW. You have a $1,500 truck gun?
You should see his truck.
I guess. That's a really good rifle, Aaron Goodman. I don't like AKs. I don't like 7.62 by 39, but the Galil Ace is an excellent rifle. There's no way around it. But for $1,500, it better be. Okay. Bob Jones at $13 for a case of Yingling Golden Pilsner. Damn good too. The Golden Pilsner is superb, Bob. I really like it. It's a Czech style. I think that's it. It's a Czech style. But the Yingling Golden Pilsner is really good. My brother likes it too. Oh, I know what I meant to go get. We just had a liquor store open up another one. And they have the Yingling Hershey's Porter. And I think I'd like to try that. I meant to go get that for tonight. Okay, everyone says no. Isaac says no. It wouldn't have been better if we hadn't rebelled. Palmetto Paratrooper says no. Jeremy Talcott says hell no. Young Nationalist says no. Bob Jones says no. Palmetto Paratrooper says look at England now. However, like I said, we would have kept them. We would have been an anchor for them becoming that.
They might have rebelled from us.
That's true. That's a really good point. You know what I hadn't thought about. Boom! Mind bomb. Holy shit. You're a damn genius, you know that? Great Britain might have rebelled from us. Except Ireland. Ireland would have stayed with it. Ooh. We could have kept Ireland. Ireland could have been the 14th colony. See now you got me thinking maybe we shouldn't have rebelled and we should have waited for those prissy, pinky lifters to do it themselves.
Them and their tea.
Them and their tea. Drink like a man, England.
Kool-Aid, damn it.
Drink the Kool-Aid. Be American says, me mom's from England. She would love you. Oh, God. Palmetto Paratroopers got to make a Marine joke. Mathematically, I know you Marines aren't good at math. That's not true. We had a whole correspondence course designed to help us be good at math. I got it, but I didn't finish it. I wasn't good at math. There's too many variables to predict what the outcome would have been. But then we'd just be pussy Southern Canadians. No, I don't want to be Canadian. Oh, look, and there's another thing. If they had rebelled against us, we would have kept Canada. I bet you anything, had that happened, we would have Canada right now. Major Ken, what if Canadians were kick-ass Americans? With all those vast amounts of natural resources they've got up there? Chuck Norris Gun Club agrees. Thank you, Chuck Norris. I'll call you brother too. religious wars in Europe. Those may have predated. The religious wars were also the 30 Years' War, if I remember. And if I'm remembering correctly, that started under James the First. Someone fact check me on that. I might have that wrong. Palmetto, the smoke isn't from the fire, it's from a Marine thinking. If we never rebelled, then the world wouldn't have its freedom today. You might make the beer in Vermont, but the hops came from Washington State. Hey, Rat, how you doing, sir? Y'all need to stop shipping so many of those hops. There's way too many of them in some of this beer. What's the most popular dating website?
Not this one, but in beer in general.
Yeah.
There's no hops in this one, I don't think.
No. What is the most popular dating website in England? Ancestry.com. Okay, going back to Dylan. Okay, going back to the Ruger Ranger. I thought we'd have more discussion about not rebelling from England, especially with that mine bomb you just dropped on me. That they'd have rebelled from us, because that would have happened. Because we would have been really, really big and powerful and rich, and really conservative and religious, and they'd been like, oh, we don't want to. We want to be French. Oui. Actually, they wanted to be Belgian, but. And we would have kept Canada and Jamaica. We'd have kept Jamaica too. And that should have making me happy. You can't see that. Okay, going back to the Ruger Ranger. I haven't messed with them, but I love my Heritage Rough Rider 6-shot with fiber optics. Fiber optics on us. That's interesting. Fiber optics are a game changer and can be converted to 9-shot. Yeah, I really like that Ruger Wrangler. I'm probably going to buy one here at one point, so I can start letting the boys shoot a pistol, and that's just the perfect way to do it. And they're really, really inexpensive. They're like, if you watch, you can get them for under $200 sometimes. Hasdrubal, the British government purposely starved 2 million Irish people between 1845 and 1850 when they extracted enough food to feed 8 million people 2 times over. Holy crap. See, we could have kept Ireland. I think that should, I think that was a...
Missed opportunity.
Hunter Kirk, shalom, sir. Isaac does agree that Ireland and Canada could be state 51 and 52 by now, except Canada would have to be like 5 states. It's so damn big. Hasdrubal says, so you should have rebelled. Our ancestors had to keep it up for 800 years. All right, Hasdrubal, if there's anyone who knows about rebelling against the English, it's going to be an Irishman, so I'll take your word for it. Dope heathen needs about 6 beers. The Irish Fenians tried to invade Canada. You know, I would think that the Irish tried to invade Canada, they had just walked through it in a heartbeat. Oh, after the U.S. Civil War. England ruled 3/4 of the world at one time, my friend. I've worked with enough Canadians in the Army. They are not all that. Hey, Major Ken. So when I was in Haiti, it was a UN mission, and the Canadians were down there. And they were really quite disapproving of us for two reasons. One, they thought we were too mean to the Haitians. And the second reason is they were very, very, very concerned that if we dropped our M16s in an Arctic winter, the stocks would shatter. And they felt like that undermined our entire military doctrine as a nation. Unfortunately for them, in an effort to win the hearts and minds of the Haitian people, we caught them one day on the side of the road teaching a class to a bunch of Haitian youth about how to disassemble, clean, reassemble, and use an M249 saw, i.e. the squad automatic weapon. In a turn of events that surprised no one except the Canadians, and the French were there too, the very next week, a Canadian patrol got jumped by a gang of Haitians, and they stole the M249 saw that they'd just been trained how to use. So I love Canadians on an individual basis, but I'm not overly impressed with their military either.
Except Trudeau. But he's Cuban, though, right?
What's that?
Except Trudeau, but he's Cuban, all right?
Oh yeah, that's right, he's Cuban. Yeah. Have you heard of the robbery murder at the gun shop in Grantville? I have not heard about that, Bob. UK has too much government, and so they tax the people to death. Yeah, I just recently heard that England is the size of Alabama and has 10 times the population. Major Ken likes the Ruger American Ranch in 7.62 by 39. I've got a Mini 30 that I think is a great rifle too. Okay, someone tell us about this murder robbery in Grantville. Okay, Isaac loves his Ruger Wrangler. Keep it in his bag with a few hundred rounds. Good kit for a get-home bag. And not only it is really light and, you know, kind of quiet, and I think that's a really good choice for a get-home bag, assuming you don't have an EDC on you. What if X100 equals might as well be the Lord of the Rings?
I solved my get-home bag.
What's that?
I said I solved my get-home bag.
How's that?
I'm just going to stay home.
Just stay out. That's really... again, just mind bomb. You're a damn genius. Okay, Palmetto, I don't know what this is. What if X100 might as well be the Lord of the Rings? What if times 100 equals might as well be the Lord of the Rings? You're going to have to explain that one to me. Chuck Norris Gun Club. I live down the street from a pistol factory, and I never heard of a Ruger Wrangler. It's a little single action revolver, 22. They're really inexpensive. Isaac just sent me a video. I can't watch it right now, though, Isaac. I'm sorry. It's really interesting. A lot of people really like it. Ireland moved to America. I am right down the street from Ivor Johnson myself. I didn't know Ivor Johnson was still around. Okay, I'm going to skip all this chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm missing a bunch of stuff, but I'm just falling behind, and I don't want to have all this dead space when you sit here and watch me read.
He's trying to say I don't talk politely.
I sent the video of the Georgia... Oh, okay, thanks, Isaac. Zach, by the way, the jars of peanut butter in your get-home bag, definitely a bad idea, by the way. Better options out there. Hope you've changed your mind. I would be really happy to know what those better options are. But, okay, so first off, the peanut butter has excellent calorie density. Those 4 jars of peanut butter I have in my get-home bag have almost 20,000 calories in them. And they don't weigh that much. They're like a pound and I can't even remember how much the jars weigh. I shouldn't speculate, but they're just a regular jar of peanut butter. So right off the bat, when you're talking about that kind of calorie density, it's very, very hard to find that anywhere else. On top of that, it's shelf stable. I can leave it in that get-home bag for 5 years and it's still gonna be good. And on top of that, I don't have to cook it. You know, remember, this is a get-home situation. This isn't necessarily survival. It's just, you know, I gotta get from here to here as fast as possible. So I don't have to cook it. I don't have to refrigerate it. You know, I can eat it while I'm walking, you know. So I don't know what the better options are. Oh, and it's cheap as hell on top of that. You know, I think it took me like $12 to buy those 4 jars. At the time, it's probably $25 now. So incredible low price, shelf stable, don't need to be refrigerated after it's opened, don't have to cook it, extremely high calorie density. I'm not sure. I don't know what the better option is. If there is a better option, I want to know about it because it would be an excellent option. beef jerky.
But you'd have to carry, you'd have to carry a lot of that to
Yeah.
make up those calories.
To make up 20,000 calories, yeah.
You have to have 2 bags.
Yeah, it's really hard to have something that's shelf stable and doesn't have to be cooked. All right. If I missed your reply, I'm sorry. You know, I'll go back and see if I see a reply. He does like jerky as an option. Okay. Less peanut butter, more beer. Fluffernutter. Oh, I do like fluffernutter. That's the peanut butter and the marshmallows and this. Oh, but we'd have to check the marshmallows though. We might not. We can only eat some marshmallows. Brother, how are you going to eat just peanut butter on its own? Oh, so I've done that before, in the Marine Corps, everything. In the Marine Corps. No, in your MREs, sometimes when you're out in the field for long periods of time, you get so sick of the MREs, you just quit eating anything. You'll just like have 1 or 2 things you focus on. And for me, it was the peanut butter. When I just couldn't stomach any more MREs, I just ate the peanut butter. And you know, I'd trade to get other people's peanut butter. And so I wouldn't say I've lived exclusively on peanut butter for long periods of time, but I have spent multiple days where all I ate was peanut butter. So will MREs, and you get a full meal. MREs are shelf stable, and you don't have to cook them, but they actually have a pretty poor calorie density. Because remember, they're trying to get you this variety of food, so you got all this shit in there and all this various packages. So there's a lot of calories, but it's in a very big package. You've seen an MRE, you know, one meal is damn, you know, 12 inch, you know, it's probably 12 inches by 6 inches by 3 inches. So it's not a calorie dense thing. Now you can field strip them where you take them out of the packages and you only keep the stuff you're gonna eat, but it still takes up a lot of space. That peanut butter, 20,000 calories fit in a space about the size of one MRE. Yeah. Ooh, that's weird. Maybe a little bigger, but those 4 jars of peanut butter fit in about the space of one MRE. So there's not a calorie density. You try to carry 20,000 calories of MRE, and you're carrying, holy shit, I think there's 3,000 calories in each MRE. So what, you're carrying 7 of them? 6, let's say 6. You're carrying 6 MREs.
Why didn't they design that better then? Why didn't they put more calories in there?
Well, because they're trying to keep your morale up, and so they give you like a varied diet. So you know, it's not just about getting you calories. It's a whole psychological thing. So for bug out, I don't think MRE in a bug out. Not bug out. I'm sorry. Whoa. Let me reel that back in. For get home, MREs don't compete with the peanut butter because you got to carry like so many of them.
Until you start going down in morale, and then you're just like,
And then you got bad morale, and I shoot myself in the back for being a bad leader.
15 times.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, no, Isaac. That I think that Wrangler 22 is superb.
He's proud of that thing.
Yeah. You should put caffeine pills and ibuprofen in your bag. I don't disagree, Isaac. Yeah, he mentions jerky's a good option. Les says roadkill. Got to cook it. Not shelf stable.
I mean, you don't have to cook it.
Yeah. Cheese and bread. We got a Frenchman in the chat. What the hell? Cheese and bread. Fish gelatin marshmallows. Yes. Peanut butter and jalapeno cheddar cheese. God, only a veteran. Peanut butter and crackers. Yep. MREs suck for your health long term.
I'm sure so does peanut butter.
Franklin Farmstead says that marshmallow fluff is clean. Boom! So we can eat marshmallow fluff. A hunk of cheese is delightful, Chuck Norris Gun Club. Field strip, you mean rat fuck. 2 different people use that phrase. That must be an Army phrase. I've never heard it before. Oh, Aaron, that's interesting. Aaron doesn't use a holster. I guess you just stick it in your waistband? Operation Fluffer Nutter is a go. So let's stop and let's talk about that for a minute, Aaron. Where in your waistband do you carry it? Is it in your small of your back?
Maybe he just carries it around.
Maybe he carries it around in his hand. Yeah. Well, that's tactical right there. Dindo Nuffin says 3,000 to 6,000 calories, depending. I'm assuming he's referring to the MRE. Snickers bars. I'm a Milky Way man myself. God damn. Jeff knows what I'm about to say before I say it because we spend way too much time together. That salted caramel Milky Way. Oh, but now there's salted caramel Twix, which is even better. Holy crap, those are good.
Huh. Pretty soon there'll be salted caramel Oreos.
Peanut butter. Ooh, Oreos. Oh, we're supposed to be boycotting Oreos.
Yeah,
Don't you listen to Ben Shapiro. Okay. Oh, Aaron, yeah, peanut butter would get old really quick. But, I mean, we're talking about get home here. It's not about being happy. It's about being expedient.
It's about being miserable, man. Come on.
Damn it! What are you, you're ruining it, man.
I gotta go home.
It's not supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be encouraging you to stay out there. Hey, Lance Corporal Veterans here. How you doing, sir? We were discussing whether or not peanut butter is a good option for get home. Mexican carry. He just puts it in his pocket. Okay, so Aaron, I've carried like that before too. I've my Ruger EC9. Will Smith, Braves lead the Reds 2-0. Woo! Sometimes when I carry the Ruger EC9 and I don't want to open carry, I just slide it in my front pocket. I do the same thing. I don't see anything wrong with that. Tactical sandwich. Good way to become female. Carries like Tuco on a lanyard. Talk about morale food. Morale food is Twin Peaks. My morale is very, very high when I eat Twin Peaks food.
Not on the job. Never on the job.
Patton shot himself in the ass with his 1911 for not using a holster. That is why he started to carry single-action revolvers. Embrace the suck, yes. That is always the option.
Kind of like our live streams.
Yes, embrace the suck. Cassius says, I keep filet mignon in my B.O.B. Crayons are delicious. Thank you, Chuck Norris. Okay, are we caught up? What are your thoughts on snub-nosed revolvers? I love mine. You just have to practice a lot with it. Okay. I'm not saying that snub-nosed revolvers aren't effective. I don't know why. What's the point? That extra inch or two of barrel isn't affecting anything as far as carry goes. You know, it's not making it more or less concealable. So I just don't know why not have the extra inch or two. And, you know, if I have to explain to you the facility of an extra inch or two, well, you know, this is technically still a family show. Damn kids. Hey, what time is it?
It's too dark.
It's 10:22. Y'all got 8 minutes and you're going to bed. Get me some firewood and throw on there then. No, no, hey, there's a pile right there. 2 pieces each. Okay. Remington Golden Saber 125 grain plus P hits hard as hell from a 2-inch barrel. Yes, but it hit even harder from a 3-inch barrel. That's what she said. Ching! Don't hurt yourself. Okay, so what are some other alternative foods for get home? I hope we didn't lose Haz. Haz, if you're still here, what are the other alternatives? I don't think beef jerky is it either, because again, bulky in comparison. You know, you got you're just carrying a pack. So, oh, Nutella. That's what he wants us to carry. He wants us to carry Nutella. It's 3:30 in the morning in Ireland. All right, Haz, we will add Nutella. That way you'll feel a little bit better. Chuck Norris likes Nutella. That's an Australian thing though, isn't it? Not necessarily a European thing. I think the Europeans like Nutella too.
I don't know if I've ever had Nutella.
I haven't. Because I always just heard it was a fancy peanut butter, and I'm like, I'm not fancy. But apparently it's not a fancy peanut. I think it's a hazelnut. If I remember correctly, it's hazelnut peanut butter.
What's the peanut butter and the jelly mixed together?
Fantastic.
Yeah, there's a jar. It has like strips of jelly, peanut butter.
Oh
strips
yeah,
of jelly.
yeah.
So like goobers or something?
Oh yeah, goobers. Yeah. We should look at that and see what the calorie density. Well, that might solve the problem right there. How could you be unhappy eating peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
We just have to see what the calorie density is on it.
I mean, if you got to add one more jar to make up for it, it won't be that bad.
Nutella is hazelnut butter. It's not hazelnut peanut butter, because then it wouldn't be hazelnut. It'd be peanuts. It's hazelnut butter. Okay, I was only thinking about it the other day. A mix of protein bars, crackers, and jerky. That's just me, though. I mean, all of those are excellent foods, Haz. I'm not saying they're not. And would I prefer to have jerky over peanut butter any day of the week? I love jerky. My question is, how much of it do you have to carry to equal 20,000 calories? It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Haz says, don't associate me with Nutella. He does not like Nutella. So a box of saltines. I wonder how many calories is in a box. I really love.
Can't be much.
It can't be.
Yeah, it can't be much.
I really love Ritz crackers. There's probably even less. They've got a butter garlic Ritz now. I know I say that a lot. Dried pineapple chunks are amazing. They taste very good. Again, what's the calorie density? But you're right, they are very good. It's like a candy almost. I just add some granola bars. Even though they kill your teeth, they are still good a year after the expiration date. I should know, we ate those every day in Iraq. Yeah. I don't know what their protein content is. That's another thing about peanut butter, is it's got a much higher protein content. I think it's got more protein than steak per pound. I think I read that somewhere. Someone should fact check me on that too. And so protein is something you're going to want in that scenario too. But you're also going to want carbohydrates. So, you know, I mean, I guess there's probably a lot of carbohydrates in granola bars. I would want to see the calorie density in the granola bar as compared to the calorie density in the peanut butter. I was shocked when I saw how many calories were in a jar of peanut butter. Shocked, I say shocked. If I could, Pop-Tarts, baby blueberry. Les, you want one of these beers? You sound like our kind of guy, man. Oh, that's what you're making me happy. Those are good. We're doing pretty good. How many have you had?
I'm on my third.
Holy shit, I better catch up. I can't do it. I can't chug it.
It's too sweet.
Okay. See what we get. Oh. Passion fruit mango. Y'all better look out. I'm already a passionate man. It's possible everyone in the chat's about to be pregnant. Woo! Okay. Amanda. Hi, Amanda. We got another lady. We're going to have to be careful.
You pregnant now, man?
She says goober equals 220 calories. 5 grams of protein per 3 tablespoons. That seems like a lot of calories for 3 tablespoons, 220. Y'all need to put beers in your bug out bag. That's a fact, Jack. My get home distance from work is only 40 miles and I have access to a bicycle at work if it's... So you see 40 miles on a bicycle is no big deal. You can do that in...
You need no food.
Yeah, like by lunch, yeah. You know, water. Here you'd need water. I don't know about, I mean, I'm sure, obviously it's physical exercise. I'm sure you're gonna need some kind of water. But yeah, if I was going 40 miles by bicycle, I might leave my get home bag in the truck. I might not worry about the weight. No, I mean, I'd take it. I don't want to lose all that peanut butter. What is goober? Aaron Goodman, with a name like that, you don't know what goober is?
It's the peanut butter and jelly combined.
You get the jar with the peanut butter and the jelly all in the same jar with the stripes. Oh, Amanda is Palmetto Paratrooper's wife.
Well, see, she is pregnant.
She's pregnant. Well done. I told you, man. Passion fruit.
That's awesome.
I have power. Militant Roots says he's got 26 miles. He'd be on foot. Now, I have done 26 miles on foot in like we stepped off at like 6:30 in the morning, and we were back a little bit after lunch from 26 miles, and we had about 60 pounds of weight. They like to do 3 miles an hour. So I guess maybe it was closer to 9 hours.
That's a young man's game.
Yeah, that's a very young man's game. But that's doable in a day if you were motivated and you wouldn't need all the peanut butter. I think most men for their get home probably don't have to worry about calories the way we have to worry about calories. But we are never, I shouldn't say never, I'm sorry.
Man, you knock over my Mountain Dew, I will Smith you.
I've got more in the house. They're there just for you.
Not that one, though.
That's not you'll Will Smith me.
You would get Will Smith.
That poor man. I don't know. That man is rich, he's famous, he's tall, he's good looking, he's athletic, and he puts up with that whore? Why does he put up with that woman? Wow! Strictly speaking, a goober is a shelled peanut. And Chuck Norris is going all Southern on us. Remember Kugel. I don't remember Kugel. Potassium tablets do deserve a mention. If you don't know what he's talking about, back in the days before Gatorade, oh God, that is awful.
Mango's not good.
Oh my God, that is absolutely the worst. I'd rather drink the Hopsecutioner. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the pina colada wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
I liked the pina colada.
Well, I'm off the pina colada now. I'm on wild berries now.
Oh yeah, you like the berries.
More of a twig man myself.
Kill it. They want me to kill this mango.
He will puke.
Wash it down with the IPA. Everything mango flavored. So you can't have the mango. Let's see if I can kill this thing.
Not if you're going to puke. Tickle. He's going to puke on you. Because you're not in bed.
Oh my God, that was awful. Oh,
It was painful just watching you do it.
oh. See what we get now. Oh, thank God. Jamaica me happy. Ah. Will Smith puts up with it because child support and alimony without a prenup is too expensive. I get it, Amanda, but hell, go do another movie. He gets $25 million a movie.
It's cheaper to kill her.
It's cheap, you know. It's cheaper to kill her. Baby, we're going to take a family vacation in the Okefenokee. We're going to visit the Everglades.
Officer, I told her not to jump in that alligator's mouth.
I told her that was an alligator.
That was a bad idea.
I said, that one's not a shoe, baby. That one ain't a handbag.
Have you met this woman? She don't listen to me.
She don't listen to nobody. Ooh, nice, Chuck Norris. This stream's getting more homoerotic every second. Is that a Wilbur coming out from the woods behind you? Oh, God. How scary is that? David Wilbur's lurking around. And I had to text him the other day.
You had to apologize because you found out he was right about everything?
Yeah, he's right. He was right about everything. I'm just mean. And I'm crazy because I got axes on the wall. No, I mean, I can't go into the whole story. It's not mine to go into, but his name turned up in a train wreck. And I texted him and said, "Look, did you do this? Or are you responsible for this? Because if so, you're just a worthless human being." And he's like, no, I didn't cause it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. We're about to witness two men kiss. Is that something you're interested in, Chuck? Will Smith is brainwashed is why. I got to think he went woke, and part of that is being a cuck to your wife. Well, he is the literal definition of cuck. Does she happen to have any food allergies?
No, but
yeah,
mine's allergic to bees.
Yeah. I didn't know she couldn't eat peanuts. Was she allergic to them? Well, anyone's allergic to 5,000 of them. See what had happened, officer?
She got lead poisoning.
From the peanuts.
I was trying to cure her peanut allergy with the lead I was pumping into her.
It's sad. People like us should not even know who Will Smith is. I
liked Will Smith.
I Legend was a good movie.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was pretty good.
I've never actually seen
You've
it.
never watched?
I've seen a few clips on YouTube. Well, I didn't have TV growing up. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You didn't watch wrestling either.
No, I didn't watch wrestling either. Jada Smith is allergic to wigs. Holy shit, Isaac.
She might be allergic to Will.
She might be allergic. Yeah, she might be allergic to Will. No, but I Legend was a good movie.
Yeah, he makes some pretty good movies.
Yeah. The Men in Black movies were fun. Wild Wild West had Salma Hayek in it. What else? I never saw iRobot, but it sounds like it'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's been in a bad movie, I guess.
Oh, like if Salma Hayek hadn't been in Wild Wild
Yeah,
West,
that'd have been
it
bad,
would have been
but-
awful.
But it was...
Chuck Norris likes iRobot. But yeah, no, especially if you're a prepper or whatever, then iLegend. What is that iLegend, iRobot? What's going on there with that?
Mm-hmm.
But iLegend is a good movie. Nice, Chuck. He put poobs in the chat. That's the most interesting thing that's been in the chat all night. I am Legend. You're right, Lance Corporal Veteran. I'm sorry. I am Legend, not I Legend. I screwed that up.
Palmetto says, if I was married to Jada, I'd catch a CDV real quick. That's probably domestic violence, criminal domestic violence.
I don't
All
know.
right, man. I love you, but it's time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're already asleep.
We should have left you out here.
Be careful going up that hill.
Okay, now we can tell dirty jokes.
You can just watch the stream later.
Yeah, it's on
You-
YouTube. All right. Oh yeah, Has, he was making a spear back there. Good eye. I always thought Denzel Washington was a way better actor than Will Smith.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh yeah, no, and he mentions Book of Eli. Book of Eli was a fantastic movie. Your son is already more comfortable sleeping next to a fire than most of the internet. Them boys. They'll come in the house every once in a while and say, Dad, can we start a fire? I'm like, sure. They've stopped even asking now. Now they're just like, I look out the window and there's a fire. Like, oh, that's cute.
Oh, wait a minute, that's the car.
Trust me, the fire would be a great use for my vehicles. Thank you, Bob. These are pretty good young men. I'm fairly pleased with them. I got lucky on all of my kids, though. Well, it's not luck. I shouldn't say that. I was hard on them when they're young. The harder you are, the younger they are, the better off it is. I actually start them around 6 months. I got a little fat baby girl in there right now she's about 8 months, and she's actually behind schedule. Boys are easier to raise, so much easier to raise. Oh my God, they are so much easier to raise. A boy thinks that physical violence is good parent. You can slap a boy and he's like, oh, thank you, Dad. I'm damn good. But the corollary is as soon as a boy turns 18, he's gone. You know, and it's like, you might hear from him once every 5 years. And my daughters, my grown daughters, they'll come around. He did, Bob. I have been blessed beyond measure, and I can't account for it because I hadn't lived a very responsible life in some areas. But he just keeps throwing blessings at me. Has started making a cob rocket stove with my daughters. It's great to get them involved. You know what? I need to make a rocket stove. Actually, I need to make you seen those pizza ovens they make out of cob?
Yeah.
I need to make one of
Yeah,
those.
that would be cool to make.
Lance Corporal Veteran used to always make bonfires. Palmetto Paratrooper and Chuck Norris, their comments get held for review like more than anyone else's. Okay. But yeah, of the 15 kids, there's eight girls and 7 boys, and eight girls and 4 boys. That makes 15. Ooh, Marines really aren't good at math, are we, Palmetto? And there's not a clinker in the bunch. They're all gorgeous, they're all smart, they're all healthy. There's only one that really, really hates me for real. And there's one that she thinks she really hates me, but she's 15, so they all hate you when you're 15. Girls, every girl hates me. I've never once met a 15-year-old girl who didn't despise me. Even when I was like 17, when I was 16, I was dating college girls. Yeah, even when I was in high school, 15-year-olds didn't like me. Like, they 14 to 16, I'm an idiot. Once they get a car, suddenly they need help checking the oil, so it's not as bad. Oh, that's my mom.
They called you?
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? I mean, I know how to check oil. I just don't check oil. But if
Because you've done it so many times when you were a teenager,
Yes.
now you don't like to do it now.
yes,
Okay.
15-year-olds hate everyone, especially 15-year-old girls.
They just think they know everything.
When I lived in the suburbs, the power went out and I went in the crawl space and made a rocket stove and fed it sticks while reading. Where did the smoke go?
Up into the house.
Girls are awful to each other. They're awful to everybody. My son is 12 and thinks he's more mature, but he's the one who wakes up crying. He doesn't want to go to school. I was 19 when I finally graduated, and I'm pretty sure the very last day of high school, I woke up crying, I don't want to go. I was a terrible student. So what was your experience raising girls versus raising boys?
Yeah, boys are a lot easier. And girls are just. Well, Alexis is pretty good. She still likes me, so
I was your youngest, though.
yeah. And I got to spend all my time with her, so yeah, she turned out pretty good.
She does not like me, though. So that goes back to my 15-year-old girl theory, that none of them like me.
But yeah, boys definitely more easier.
Yeah, they just understand the hierarchy. They're just like, okay, Dad's in charge. They'll kick a little bit, but they know they're kicking against the traces.
And when there's more than one of them, when they're fighting with each other, you can just send them out into the yard. You know? Y'all beat the hell out of each other, or
Yeah.
either you solve it or I'll solve it.
Yeah. You'd much rather solve it yourself.
Yeah, they work themselves out.
I'm gonna do something with this fire real quick. Can you entertain the people? Maybe I shouldn't have sent those boys to bed.
Throw them with the fire.
That might have been a mistake.
Oh, can't see the comments. Oh, yep. Boys will just punch it out. I seen the Chuck Norris Gun Club. I seen he was watching the Salty Cracker one night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's.
You saw him in the comments?
Yeah, I saw him in the comments. That's a smart man. Salty Cracker, he is funny as hell.
I've never actually watched him. I bet there's a lot of. How many people does he have on his live stream?
Hell, I don't know.
Or was it a live stream? Or was
Yeah,
it just
it was a live stream. It's in the thousands on multiple channels.
Those comments were probably flying by pretty quick.
Yeah. Unless there's another Chuck Norris Gun Club running around out there,
Can't be that many.
which I doubt. I don't know if I won't buy all berries again.
Well, there's a balloon filled with water back there. I'm going to puncture it and drain it.
You okay?
Who left a water-filled balloon around here?
All right. Great job on the fire. Got all the sticks in my back. We're losing people. You better hurry up.
How many?
We're down to 19.
Damn, I walk away and we dropped 9 people?
Looks that way.
5 people? Say something.
I have been. I've been talking this whole time.
Maybe they just didn't want to hear a 46-year-old man drain a water-filled balloon.
Probably.
I don't know what's wrong with them. It's not like that's an uncommon thing when you're sitting around a fire with a 46-year-old man. Okay. I'm back. We're at 21. You did fine.
You just sit down, 2 people join.
Can we get veteran exceptions for the chat filter? They panicked when you whipped out your pistol. Excuse me while I whip this out. My dad's authority has never been questioned by me. You know, I learned as much from my dad's mistakes as I did from his successes. And I have a good father. We're close. Even today, we were texting. He wasn't a perfect man, but he was always there no matter what. It didn't matter what. He was always there. And there's no replacement for that. There's no such thing as quality fathering. There is only quantity fathering. And he did a quantity of fathering. He didn't have a choice. He had 4 sons who needed a lot of fathering. You just never know when your moments are going to come as a father. You know, you can't plan them. You know, it's not like a mother can say, "Oh, I'm going to do something nice and I love you," and mothers can plan out their moments. As fathers, we have to wait for our moments. And if we're not there a lot, we're not gonna be there when they need it. When those moments come. You know, moms do birthdays and, you know, notes in your lunch and I love you, and they do these deliberate things that they can plan, and we've got to be there when something goes wrong or something needs fixing and correcting, or when there's a need for a wise word in the moment, you know, and if you're not there, you can't do it, you know. You walk up to your son and start, kissing him on his face and hugging him, and, "I love you so much, boy," and you'll be like, "Oh my God, you're so weird." But if you're there at just the right moment when he needs to be punched in the face, that's what's going to matter to him. My dad was perfect at the moment. There was only like 3 or 4 of them in my life, and he hit all 3 of them like perfectly. Perfect note. He was a raging asshole the rest of the time. But when it mattered, he was there and he hit the perfect note. He wasn't a raging asshole. I'm being a little facetious. He is a raging asshole, though. Yes, father moments have to be ambushes. Excellent, Palmetto Paratrooper. I will be using that. I'm lucky I work shift work, so I can be home a fair bit, which is excellent. I'm thinking more about, men like me who have children we didn't raise that, I was isolated from for long stretches of time for reasons that were beyond my control. And you can't. Or I have a son who lives in Pennsylvania. He's 12 and he lives with his mother in Pennsylvania because, again, beyond my control. And there's nothing I can do. He's in Pennsylvania. I see him for 2 weeks a year, and you can't father a boy 2 weeks a year. My father was much better at being the wise sage advice than the manly slap you around when you need it. Well, I mean, wisely sage advice is good too. I think boys need to be slapped around sometimes, though.
Yeah, my father, he never hit me.
Really?
Yeah.
Never once?
Never once. No, that I can remember. My mom will beat the hell out of me in a heartbeat. But yeah, I never remember my dad touching me.
I mean, did he have just a commanding presence where he didn't have to, or did he just not?
Yeah, I never wanted to piss him off. But I don't remember ever him, being...
Well, my dad beat the shit out of me, and he probably didn't do it as often as I needed it. My dad was a full-blown asshole, but Pop's taught me to fix anything, and I mean anything. It saved me money throughout my life. Thank you, Pop. If my dad ever hit me, I surely deserved it. Rate this success as a father. My younger son adores and defends me as if I could never do wrong. My older son thinks I'm immature and weird, but always begs and hugs when he wants something. The thing about oldest sons, I'm an oldest son, and I have an oldest son, is oldest sons are their father's replacement. You owe your first son to the world. You owe your first son to your father. especially if you're an oldest son yourself, because you're not your own man. You're replacing your father, and so there can be a little bit of a weirdness between an oldest son and a father. There shouldn't be, but there can be. I never gave a dad the reason to hit me. He scared the shit out of me, so he never had to. I was 16 the first time my dad lost a fight to me. I'm an only child, and so are my parents. That's an interesting dynamic. I hope to end that cycle one day. My first son is 6 years old, and I deserve every bit of what he dishes out. I was a pretty easy kid. I wasn't terrible. Nona's here. Hey, Nona.
I must have been the perfect kid.
He must have been the perfect kid. He has to get to know people first. What is that? We must have talked about something. It's about, well, anyway. Nona's a newlywed. Nona's an old friend. Fatherhood is hard for sure. To find the balance. Yeah, that balance can be hard to find, being hard enough, but also encouraging, and yeah. Like, you don't want to be too soft on them. You want to challenge them and push them, but you don't want to, beat them down. That to me, that's the hard balance, to say, hey, this is good and you can do even better, but not making it sound like that's not good enough. You're not good enough. You should be better. To find that balance of saying, hey, this is great and you can even be better. I don't know that I've found that balance yet myself. And I'm 15 kids in now, so I don't know that that balance is findable.
I think what helped me was never losing your temper with them.
Oh, fuck you.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Never losing your temper with a kid?
Yeah.
I can't even talk to
If
you.
you tried that, it would change. Yeah.
I can't even talk to you.
Yeah. You could be angry with them. You just don't lose. Let's say lose control or lose your temper. You can,
I can't even talk to you. How do you? I can't go one day without losing my temper at myself. Okay, no. Let's take that. I get what you're saying. You never want to just go nuts on them, beat them down.
yeah, just keep everything controlled. And
I struggled with that a lot when I was younger. I feel like I've gotten better in my old age.
yeah.
But I'm embarrassed how recent that improvement is. But yeah, no, you're right. But I do think physical violence is just good fathering sometimes. Oh, gentle parent. Oh yeah, there's this whole movement called peaceful parent, peaceful child, and it is the biggest crock of shit in the world.
Peaceful parent, spoiled child.
Yeah, you can have a peaceful parent, but you will not have a peaceful child. If you want a peaceful child, then you have to have a parent willing to be a violent asshole. Not saying you have to always be a violent asshole, but you have to be willing to be a violent asshole, and then you can have a peaceful child. I can walk into a room of chaos, a literal room with 6 children in utter pandemonium, and I can say 2 or 3 words, and it's utter peace. And that's because they know there's a stick. It's leaning up against the wall right above the kitchen stove.
It has their names on it.
It's got their name. I will go get that thing. And it's 1 for disrespect. It's 3 for disobedience. And it's 5 for dishonesty. 1 for disrespect, 3 for yeah, so that's 9. There's 9 possible. And stealing is dishonesty. They're kind of the same thing. When I instituted that system, a lot changed for me. Because prior to that, it was just sort of this emotional outburst on especially when I was a younger man, I thought discipline had to be this immediate, overwhelming, you know, just destructive thing, you know. And probably what you're talking about, not losing your temper. As I aged, I realized, no, discipline should be calm, it should be dispassionate, and it should be set, you know. They should know, okay, if I'm disrespectful, I'm going to get one whack. If I'm disobedient, I'm going to, you know, it should be just. Yeah, it should be just. It shouldn't just be utter devastation. You know, God is just with us. A lot changed when I started trying to live up to that standard of measured justice. But I look at my older kids and they're good kids. I didn't fail with these kids. My oldest daughter despises my very existence. Actually, she won't acknowledge my existence. But other than that, you know, these are good kids. They're respectful. You know, they'll look you in the eye. They'll talk to you. A couple of them keep getting tattoos, and that drives me up the damn wall.
What do you got against tattoos there, buddy?
On you, nothing. On my kids, especially my daughters. Stop getting damn tattoos, girls. Shit. You know, it's interesting. Not one of my sons yet has a tattoo, but at least 3 of my daughters do. I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't think any of my sons have tattoos, but all 3 of the daughters do.
That's just weird.
Huh. Didn't think of that.
Yeah. I don't know what it's about. And I don't have tattoos. And I don't think my ex-wife has a tattoo. She didn't the last time I saw her naked. God, I didn't want to think about that. Oh. Excuse me.
Wash that sentence out of your mouth.
I don't know. She got breast implants since she divorced me, so who knows? It might be worth seeing now.
Just kidding. Ha ha. That was a joke.
No, she did. She got breast implants.
Oh.
I wouldn't mind seeing them. I mean,
He's kidding.
just
He's
to show
joking.
I'm not. There's a big, you know,
This is a joke. Ha ha ha.
I'm not
You're
laughing.
so funny.
So
that Ruger, what is it? The Ruger Wrangler? That's
Yeah.
a nice gun.
you like that Ruger Wrangler?
That is awesome gun.
I don't
We
think
should
any-
talk about that Ruger Wrangler.
I don't think she's gonna watch this.
No, what about her?
I don't think the kids are gonna watch this. How far are we in? I'll say this though. I pretty much
The
wanna
Ruger
s-
Wrangler.
I pretty much
I
want to
agree.
see.
That is a nice gun.
I'm not gonna let this go.
That's a
I
nice
pretty much
gun.
want to see all boobs though, except married boobs. I don't want to see a married woman's boobs. But you know, there's been a change in these things. They weren't great. They weren't great. So I'd like to see what they were able to do with them. It's just for tits and giggles. Tits and giggles. I like that. He's not one of the 20 people watching, Jeff. There it goes again. There's 21 people watching, Isaac.
Again,
Sorry if this isn't
not
Patriot Nurse live stream.
It's not her I'm trying to save you from.
What are you trying to save me from?
Yourself.
I need to be saved from myself. I'm going to hit this fire again.
Does that mean I got to entertain again?
Yeah.
We got to sing.
Sing, yeah.
Let's see. What song do I know?
People would like that.
Come as you are. Here we are now. Entertain us. Acting stupid and contagious.
You're contagious?
That's my Kurt Cobain impression.
Oh, Kurt Cobain.
No, it's Kurt Cobain.
Hey, you know what I don't have anything of? A reason to kill myself.
He tried out some of that new shotgun mouthwash.
God.
Gingivitis gone.
Hey, I'm rich. I'm famous. I have a new baby. You know what? I've got nothing to live for.
He did have what Courtney Love though. I think I'd have
Yeah,
shot myself.
well.
I would have shot myself too.
I mean, there's people who say he didn't commit suicide, that she killed him.
Well, I mean,
I don't know if that's true or not.
it worked.
I will say this, having seen Courtney Love, I might have killed myself too. Oh man, I just got a huge eye full of smoke.
Everybody's going to sleep. All I see is Z's.
You know, the whole reason I came down here to do this live stream was to maybe burn off some of this pile of...
Other people are saying he didn't kill himself also.
Oh yeah?
Hey,
You know what just pissed me off about that is I was in high school when all that happened. And just the outpouring of grief over this person that no one had ever met in their lives. Like he was some kind of, messiah.
Palmoto, you give me another half hour, I'm going to go through the rest of the pack of cigarettes. And the other one I have in my pocket. I brought two.
Who was it who was all mad about us smoking last time?
The Mountain Man or whatever he was.
I can't remember. It was just...
The one that challenged you at chess.
Oh, was that who it
I
was?
think it was.
That guy has still never showed up. I still don't know who that was. If any of y'all play chess, look me up on chess.com. My handle is the Revolting Man.
You get a free win out of it.
You'll get. Oh shit!
You got the mango?
I got the mango. Damn it! Our challenge is to drink all of these tonight.
Challenge accepted.
Former AG Bar saw the tape and said it was totally a suicide. Nice, Has. Oh, Palmetto got held for review again. This one's funny. That mango would make me puke. It's pretty bad. I might chug this one again. So what do we got left? Oh, I haven't had a blue one yet. Calypso Colada.
Last one.
Last one.
Nope.
I would throw these on the fire there, but I'm actually going to plant grass here and feed my cow.
You said we had 2 cases. That's only like a half a case.
No, well, we drank the first case before.
When?
I think just one at a time.
You drank them before.
I love them.
This is the first time I've started drinking them. The truth comes out. This wasn't a joke.
Oh, I've had a few.
He goes, "Hey Jeff, we're gonna play a joke tonight. We're gonna drink this alcoholic Kool-Aid."
I completely admitted it too early on.
Yeah,
I'm pretending this is a joke, but this is real. I love the.
He's like, "Please, Jeff, don't stop and buy no beer. We got this alcoholic Kool-Aid."
That's not even alcoholic. It's just like slightly aged. It's just like sat in the pitcher overnight. Here we go. I'm gonna down the mango.
But he doesn't like it.
It's really bad.
I can tell the way you're chugging them.
I can't chug it now.
Means there's none. All it is left is that IPA. We're going to fight over that.
You're welcome. Here you go, buddy.
I'll make Palmetto proud. I got a little bit of this Kool-Aid to drink.
Well, I'll drink it if you don't want to drink it.
No, you're not getting my IPA.
I tricked you. We're doing reverse.
I tricked you.
We're doing reverse psychology on each other right now. No, I want it. You can't have it. No, I want it. You can't have it. Is it working, Tom Sawyer?
And we're not entertaining. Shit.
The bush where you peed is glowing.
There's a water blank. Who said that?
Hasdrubal.
That's pretty.
I have a terrible Marine Corps story that I'm not going to tell right now. Oh. Did you get those drinks from Brian Stelter? That's a good one too.
It was actually from Wilbur.
I don't know that Brian Stelter could handle a case of Seagram's escapes. He'd be like, oh. He'd have a half of one and he'd be like, oh.
What are you doing to me, Don Lemon? Oh.
I feel
I'm so drunk.
Don
Take
Lemon
advantage
tries
of me.
to get Brian Stelter drunk on Seagram's.
Take advantage of me, big boy.
Oh, Don, are you trying to get me drunk? You beast! That went straight to my head. Catch me, Don. Seagram's escapes from masculinity. Oh, but the bush where you peed is glowing. That was perfect.
That should be their slogan.
We make your pee glow. All right. I'll tell this disgusting Marine Corps story. Ladies, cover your ears. This is awful. So, in your MREs, there comes this drink pack. It's a Kool-Aid mix, and it's just this powder. And you're supposed to put it in your canteen cup, add water, stir it up, and you've got a little Kool-Aid drink. Well, I used to just take the pack, open the pack, and put a little bit of water in there and stir it up and make this sugar paste. And it was just like, I don't know, it was candy, it was really good. So I'd been up all night. I'd been up for like a long time. We were doing this sleep deprivation training. It was the dumbest damn thing. I don't know why we did it. But we'd go for like a week at a time with no sleep. Well, no scheduled sleep. You could grab some sleep here or there, but there was no scheduled sleep. And I was on fire watch one night in the middle of this week. We did 3 weeks of this shit. And I was just, couldn't stay awake. So I went and got all my Kool-Aid packets. I'd been saving them. And I had like 20 of these packs. And I just ate one after another. This is at 29 palms. And anyway, it was a mistake. And it hit me at one point, and I realized, oh my God, this was a mistake. There's been a couple times in my Marine Corps career where if someone had chosen to attack at that moment, they would have overrun the entire unit because I was indisposed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when you were telling that.
Yeah, they're a little bit like lick'em sticks. If you take that drink, mix a little bit of water in there, stir it up, and it's like this sugar paste. It's really good. You're a fan of sugar, shocking. I love sugar. So anyway, I ate about 20 of these things trying to stay awake, and it hits me, and I have to run off into the desert. I don't know, literally glowed green. I've never had diarrhea. Well, I've had, this was some of the worst diarrhea I've ever had in my life, and I promise you, it glowed green in the middle of the night. I don't know. I never ate another one of those things ever again once. That was the last time I ever ate one, let alone 20. It was scary. When I was at the National Training Center in Barstow, the medics had to brief the entire battalion on why their poop was green because we only had blue Gatorades left. Uranium flavored. I don't know what was in that shit, but I'll never eat another one again. Plutonium is good for you. Okay, that wasn't a funny story. It was just a gross story. But I swear to you, it glowed and it was green. In the middle of the night, completely dark. I haven't been right since. I am really sad that this is the last one because I've almost got a buzz. We drank a whole case and I almost got a buzz. I am.
So you're still at your half a beer
Yeah,
that you usually drink.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm right there, but I'm a little bit worried about you drinking that IPA after having all this shit. That's gonna hit your system hard. You're gonna,
Fall in the fire.
I don't think you should drink it. You should give it to me.
I'll give you $1 if you chug it.
But I could chug it for $1.
I don't have $1, so.
Well, you can go on credit. I'll extend. Your credit's good here.
As long as I owe you, you'll never be broke.
Let me finish this one, and I can chug that for $1.
No, I'm drinking.
I was trying to get it from you.
I know, but I'm not giving it. I am more man than Ryan Stelter. I am not that easy.
Marilyn Monroe is more man than Brian Stilter.
Open the motherfucker there.
I got a knife. I don't.
have no.
Oh, it's got a little thingy here. It might work. That little. Everyone's going to have their magic trick in the comments about how to. Almost worked.
Worked.
You giving me the beer or the knife? Great. Now my knife smells like hopsecutioner. Yum.
So do my boots and my pants and.
Oh God, it tastes even worse off a knife. It's all foam. There's just nothing but foam left. Spill it out. It's the last alcohol we got.
Pouring that one for the homies.
Here's for the ones that were gone that were not. Because the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Do, 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 do.
That is pure.
Isn't it not
shit in a
ass?
bottle.
It's just ass in a bottle.
How do they bottle ass?
Why? Who was the one who said, you know what? You know what'll sell? Let's bottle ass.
Don Lemon's ass in a bottle.
Don Lemon's ass. Oh.
Allegedly.
Not even Brian Stelter will drink that shit. He only likes Don Lemon's ass fresh. Once you bottle it, it loses all of its character. Don't catch on fire from the fumes, guys. Here to bad singing and even worse alcohol. We have had some bad alcohol tonight.
But we had bad singing. I'm the only one that sang. I thought that was pretty damn good.
I just sang.
What'd you sing? Okay.
I just did it like minutes ago. I gotta go pee again. I gotta go make a bush glow. Can you handle this for a minute?
I've been handling it all night.
Oh yeah, you've been carrying the load.
Why do you think these 26 people are here? Huh?
If it hadn't been for you.
They don't want to see the bush glow, that's for sure.
Thank God we had the revolting gringo.
Right. Now that there's only adults here, what do y'all want to talk about?
What? You haven't had to pee yet. What's going on with you? Were you dehydrated?
I drink Mountain Dew for a living. I stay dehydrated.
So it's all backed up behind your kidney stones?
Yeah. There's a method to my madness.
It's been quiet for like 10 seconds.
I'm smoking, man. I can't smoke and talk at the same time.
You don't entertain the people will go find entertainment.
5 of them have left. I'm gonna get down to about 15, then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, that'll be the people who really want to be here.
Oh, yep. It still tastes like shit though.
Are we really down to 15?
We're back up to 20 now. Hurry up. The chat's gone dark.
Chat's gone dark. Everyone's asleep. people just tune in to us to go to. We need something soothing to put us to sleep.
They don't tune in to listen to me. They tune in to look at me.
Whoa! East Texas wild man. Black helicopters are going to land on your glowing LZ. Let's talk about peeing fire like an STD after eater 4 giant jalapenos. The drunks are here. East Texas must be drunk. What is that green glow in the back? That was my St. Patrick's Day underwear. Okay, what are we talking about? I just put wood on the fire, so we're kind of stuck for a while. What are we talking with Ruger Wrangler? Great little pistol.
Great.
Fantastic little, good price point too. Investment casting aluminum. Now, it's not easy to investment cast aluminum, but if someone was going to figure out how to investment cast aluminum, it would be the Ruger company, because Bill Ruger Sr. invented investment casting. He was the one who figured the process out to begin with. Could have been a billionaire industrialist. Chose to make good, solid blue-collar firearms for good, solid blue-collar Americans. And then he decided to support the assault weapons ban because
Why not?
why not? I mean, I chose to be a gun company. Why would I not want to sell guns? Jeff was talking about his prep ideas for the next 10 years. Okay,
I was.
take it away.
Prep ideas for the next 10 years.
10 years. Where is your prepping going to be in 10 years? Used up, because shit's going to hit the fan in about 2 years. And 8 years after that, we're going to all be in loincloths with fucking spears.
There you go. You just summed it up.
Okay, no. Assume you have 10 years to prep. Where do you want to be prepper-wise in 10 years?
Food stacked to the rafters.
Yeah, it's kind of easy, isn't it?
A little bit of bullets thrown in.
Bullets and food.
Water supplies.
Bullets, food, water.
At least three water supplies.
Bullets, food, water. Yeah, no, that's. What else do you need? I mean, more guns is always nice, but
I can only hold 2.
you only 2 at a time.
So, got 1 for each of you.
What was that? Spears are us. I have a video about a spear.
He lost it.
I lost
in the
it.
woods down there.
It's only 2.
I have a metal detector. I need to bring it over here so we can find
Yes!
the spearhead.
You have a fucking metal detector? We should. Damn it, man!
We can find that lost spear.
The hell? It was like, now I know this is just a friction hold, but it holds. And then I threw it and it fell off and never found it ever again. I was so pissed. Hey, Mike Farmer's here. He says, well, it's being held for review, but as soon as Isaac does his job, damn it, Isaac, what do I pay you for?
Wait a minute. Isaac gets paid and I don't? Wait a minute.
Shit.
Something.
Thanks, Isaac. The whole fucking thing's unraveling now.
I guess I can understand why you don't pay me.
Crossbows will be the shit. Okay, Daryl.
I do have a crossbow.
You have, oh, that's right. You do have a crossbow. I do not even have a regular bow, let alone a crossbow. I should get one. Do you shoot your crossbow?
I haven't in a while now.
Are you good with your crossbow?
I can hit what I aim at, I guess.
Are you Daryl good with your crossbow?
No, not that good.
You know, I don't think I ever saw him actually shoot that thing in the whole show. He just carried it around.
I shot it a lot. I never seen him reload it, I don't think.
Never reloaded
It's always off screen.
It was
Or
always
it's
loaded. It was a magic crossbow. Bing! Bing! It was a semi-automatic crossbow. It loaded itself. Hasdrubal needs a license for a crossbow. Wow.
He's in Ireland?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hasdrubal hated that show. I liked the first few seasons. Like when they left the prison, it went to shit after the prison.
I haven't watched it in so long, I couldn't tell you what.
The first 2 seasons were amazing.
That was the original of them getting all together and then the farm, right?
Yeah, at the end of the second season is when they killed Shane, I think.
Yeah.
And then they went to the prison.
I really hated to see Shane go, but he had to go.
He did.
Yeah, I would have killed him too.
Wow. Yeah, you'd had to kill him.
Yeah, I hated to see him because he was probably the best thing about the show, but yeah, he had to go.
And then that actor went and did The Punisher. Did you see The Punisher?
No.
Oh my God, it was.
But Lori probably had to go too, though.
Oh yeah, Lori.
Yeah,
hell, I'd have fucking killed Lori and kept Shane. Hell,
that might have been a better option.
Shane was useful. Lori was a damn. She was useless.
Yeah, Lori.
She was nothing but drama. Yeah, kill Lori and keep Shane.
Yeah, been a better idea. Well,
Or you know what? You know
if
what?
I can't kill my wife, you can't fuck my wife.
You know
so
what,
let's
Shane?
just kill the wife.
You can have her. Okay? Take her. We've got to kill some zombies. She's slowing me down.
She's getting in car wrecks. I mean,
You're good with a gun. She's
There's
good
no
with.
other cars on the road. And she wrecks.
She's good at nothing.
Except screwing you for some reason.
She's really good at having sex with you, so take her. I'm going to have the little blonde chickie over here. Who farted on my beer?
You're just drinking IPA.
Yeah, you're drinking
it
IPA.
It smells that way originally. It comes right out of the bottle that way.
That's just how IPAs taste, okay? That means you got a good one.
It's fresh.
I don't know I do know who invented IPAs, and they invented them for nefarious reasons, but they should be horsewhipped. Horsewhipped, I say, horsewhipped.
I bet they don't drink IPAs. He might have invented it, but he don't drink
He
it.
doesn't know. He did not drink it. I promise you that. John Arnold is watching from Arizona. AR would be Arkansas, wouldn't it?
No, I'm
Would
not a
be-
biologist. We don't want to do this.
I think Arizona is AZ, so I think AR would be Arkansas. Oh, East Texas Wildman wants to talk about World War III.
Yeah, so we're probably about to be in it.
Feminism will dissolve in SHTF. Looking forward to it. Once SHTF happens, not only will feminism devolve, but polygamy will come roaring back. Yeah, John Arnold is Arizona, is watching from Arizona. Chuck Norris says, IPAs of the devil. AR is Armalite rifle, yes. Nicholas Campbell is at work. You have a great job, Nicholas. I'd love to be able to watch me at work.
That's debatable.
Watch me work. Watch me nay-nay. Watch me work. Watch me nay-nay. That was terrible. That was awful.
Yeah, you're right. The scene does suck also.
Okay, World War III. Go. How close are we to World War III?
If they try to go after Putin for war crimes, yeah, we're real close.
I think we're closer than we've ever been.
Wasn't that real convenient?
Yeah.
I mean, what, 3 weeks ago, Biden goes to Poland, says
Yeah.
Putin has to be out of, we have to get him out of there.
Yeah. He
And
tells
then-
the airborne, 82nd Airborne, you're going to Ukraine.
Yeah, then 2 weeks later, War crimes.
War crimes! It's a genocide!
He's chopping people's heads off in the middle of the street.
It's like, who could have predicted this? Just Brian Stelter over there going, genocide!
Putin's like, you can try, bitch. Bring me up on war crimes.
I will tell you this. I have zero respect for the Russian military, and even I have been surprised at how piss poor they've done. Piss poor. And I'm an advocate for the militia. I believe Russia sucks, and the militia is the greatest defensive force there is. And even I was surprised at how shitty Russia's done at this.
I don't think we're getting all the facts.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we live in a post-truth society where we can't trust anybody.
Yeah, can't believe anything.
We can't believe anything. So who knows? It could be Russia's winning this fucking thing, and we don't know. But the information we've been given, I'll tell you this, he hasn't taken over Kiev yet. Kyiv, whatever the hell we're supposed to say, I don't care. You know, he hasn't won yet.
I don't know. I don't think the goal was Ukraine.
What was the goal then? What was he doing?
The petrodollar. He wants to kill the petrodollar.
I think there's I wish he would. He should. I think there's better ways to do that than invading Ukraine.
Yeah, maybe he wanted Ukraine. Ukraine would have been a bonus.
Because he's a huge oil exporter. All he has to say is buy my oil in rubles or buy my oil in whatever, and people would buy his oil in that. As long as he didn't like do some crazy, you know, as long as he made the exchange rate for the ruble normal, people would do that. You could break the petrodollar. Saudi Arabia is the one propping up the petrodollar. I don't know. This just doesn't make any sense to me. Obviously, I was wrong from the beginning. I said he would never invade. I was completely and totally you couldn't be any more wrong than I was. So I shouldn't be speculating about, you know, my track record on this is awful. But none of it makes any sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. If he wanted to control Ukraine, I bet you he could control Ukraine.
He could have did it without advertising it.
Yeah.
He could have went in, killed, what's his name?
Zelensky. Yeah.
Took over the government.
Yeah. He could have just sent in one of his little death squads, done a little assassination, and then manipulated we know how much he can manipulate elections, right?
There's elections in Russia?
In Ukraine.
or Ukraine?
But how hard would it be for him to play nice with the Ukraine and Ukraine say, oh, well, it's in our best interest to get along with this giant to our...
Because they were in bed with the U.S.
Well, but why? Why are they in bed with the U.S.?
They're a lorry. They were in bed with Rick and Shane.
Russia's right the fuck there. You know? If you made it easy for them, why wouldn't they want to be friends with you? I don't understand this.
Because they're in too deep with the U.S.
I guess. There's something. There is something going on that I don't understand. And I freely admit it. I don't get it. I want to understand. I wish I knew what lunacy was going through some lunatic's mind. If lunacy goes through a lunatic's mind, is that a double negative? Is it actually sanity? Because what a gigantic waste of treasure and blood for what? What did he gain? But I will say this. I think we are closer to World War III than we have been at any time since World War II. I think we're closer right now than we were at the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
Because the Cuban Missile Crisis was a total farce. As soon as the Soviets got caught with those missiles in Cuba, they pulled them out right away. You know, they were not gonna... you know, they weren't fucking around. It was like, oh, you caught us, okay, we're done. They weren't gonna make a big deal out of that. And so right now, yeah, I think we're as close as are we on the brink? I don't think we're on the brink, but I think we're as close as we've ever been. I would go so far as to say damned close. Damnably close. Damnably? Damnably? Let's say damnably close. Because I don't see the end game right now. Does Putin admit failure and just stop?
I don't see that he can. I don't know either. It's
Isaac just had an interesting comment. He said, "I won't go if I'm drafted." I've told this before, so I guess when we're down to 23 people, everyone's heard me say this before.
What do you mean down? We're up to 23 people.
Up to 23 people.
We're not
So-
down.
The very first person of my family to come to this country came in 1760. He was a captain, we believe, in the Virginia militia. There's a tiny chance that he was a captain in the regular British military, but we think it was the militia. His son was a sergeant major at the Battle of New Orleans, and his son. Okay, we're not positive about his son, but then that guy's son was a drummer boy in the Civil War. That guy's son was a doughboy in World War I. That guy's son served in the Navy in World War II, had 5 ships blown out from underneath him. That guy's son served in the nuclear fast attack submarines in the Cold War. That guy's son is pointing his finger at you right now and served in the Marine Corps. But I have asked my sons not to serve because I don't believe you can kill for this country with a clear conscience anymore. There was a time, even when I was in, it was starting to get a little questionable if you could kill for this country with a clear conscience. I think I could have. I was never called upon to, so moot point. But I don't think my sons can. You know, men are created in the image of God. Even bad men are created in the image of God, even though they move away from that image. And so if you're going to kill them, it has to be for God-approved reasons. There are God-approved reasons to kill people, but they're limited. And I'm afraid we're at this point where our country isn't killing people for God-approved reasons anymore. And so I don't want my sons to go risk their mortal souls killing people for unjust reasons. And if you join the military, even if you're some admin, your efforts are directed towards killing people. That's what the military does. It hurts people and breaks things. And that should be its only 2 jobs. So when Isaac says that he will not go if drafted, I think that's the righteous choice at this point. I can make fun of Bill Clinton for being a draft dodger. I can make fun of Muhammad Ali for being a draft dodger, and still say, well, that was then, this is now. Fighting communism was a righteous war because communists are atheists and they oppress believers, and they're thieves who steal from people. But now we're the thieves. Now we're the baby killers, the abortion, the transgendered horse shit, the global theft of everyone's wealth, the tyranny. It's just we can't kill in support of this nation anymore. So we can talk about the cowardice of draft dodgers in past generations, and still support our future draft dodgers, because our future draft dodgers will be in the right. Anyway. We don't like no commie coke. No, we don't like commies. Or socialists. Western civilization is about to fall, and there will be plenty of fighting for all of us at home. You are completely correct, Haz. Western civilization is falling. I mean, it's not like we're about to fall, and I know this is what you were saying. I'm not quibbling with what you said. We are in the process of falling. We haven't hit bottom yet, but it is coming, and there is no way, I don't see any way to stop the fall. I believe in a very big, powerful God who can perform miracles. I don't see him saving us at this point. And yes, we are in the midst of a free fall, and we are about to hit bottom with a resounding splat. And no one knows what's going to come out of it. No one knows what's on the other side of this. Anyone who acts like they know what comes out of this is lying to you. I need that fire to get bigger. I am cold.
It is getting cold. Chat's going dark.
Big Nate Squire. Oh, Big Nate Esquire. Oh, Bob Jones is out. We lost him. So, I hope that what comes out of, now I don't know what happens in Europe. I think what happens is that, you know, France is lost. Italy and Spain may be lost as well, although there's a chance Italy can pull out of it.
Firewood.
It's back that way. Poland and Hungary might be the only two places that are for sure going to be okay. They're the two places most likely to be okay. And I know everyone's mad at Viktor Orban, but by God, he's doing what's best for his culture and his society. And if he's getting some little stuff wrong, well, fine, so what? He's getting the big stuff right. But who knows? Maybe there's this middle part of Europe that holds. Hungary has held for centuries, millennia, really. Hungary, cool place, cool people. So who knows? Maybe they hold, but I don't see how France, at least, maybe northern France is salvageable. But the problem is they're sandwiched between southern France and Belgium and the Netherlands, and those places are basically, Belgium for sure, it's gone. It's gone already. It's already lost. So, I don't know. Here in America, and like I said, I don't know what happens in Europe. So, but here in America, best case scenario, absolute best case scenario for America is a radical federalism that decouples red areas from blue areas. But here's the problem with that. And our system can allow that. Lots of people don't understand how flexible our system is. We have an incredibly flexible, we really do have the best government system in the world in America when it works. Our federalism was a brilliant compromise. But the problem is there's places like Illinois and Georgia, and if you know Illinois and Georgia, you would never think those two places have anything in common. They actually have a lot in common. Because like Illinois is actually a remarkably conservative state outside of Chicago. It's a very, very conservative state dominated by one batshit crazy liberal city. And Georgia is,
I like Georgia.
Georgia is trending that same way. We're a deeply conservative state with this just insane center down there in Atlanta that is pulling us in bad directions. Federalism doesn't fix that. So like federalism would save Oklahoma, and a radical federalism would save Oklahoma, and it might save Texas and you know, Missouri and Montana and all these places. But Tennessee, South Carolina, West Virginia, you know, radical federalism would allow those states to be deep red conservative and run their affairs in their states the way they do in a conservative manner. And it would let New York be batshit crazy. It would let California be batshit crazy. It would let Oregon and Washington be batshit crazy. You know, in Utah gets to be conservative, and like I said, you know, Montana and Idaho's getting a little weird too, because of immigration from California. But for places like Chicago, like Illinois, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, these are places where the vast swaths of the land is dominated by deeply conservative rural folks. But there's such a concentration of urban elites. I hate even giving them that, you know, acting like they're elites, but they do control the money and the levers of power. And those people are pulling us, you know, our states. Federalism doesn't solve that problem. So, you know, rural Georgians, for us to live the way we want to live, we either have to secede, which is a difficult process in America. You know, we would have to secede and join Tennessee or Alabama or South Carolina and leave Atlanta, its own little isolated. Federalism doesn't solve those problems, and that turns into a shooting war. So that best case scenario of radical federalism, allowing individual states to just run their affairs the way they want and only cooperate on military matters, isn't an option for places like, you know, Georgia, Illinois, Virginia, North Carolina, where else? Nevada. Any state dominated by Arizona, Texas maybe a little bit. So the best case scenario for America is kind of blocked a little bit. You know, worst case scenario for America is just a general civil war, where one side just has to win and the other side has to lose, and that is a horrible, horrible scenario. That will be massive bloodshed when 330 million people are turned against each other and one side has to win and the other side has to lose. That is just going to be, oh. I gotta piss again. Can you carry this thing for a minute?
What are we talking about?
What do you want to talk about?
You're carrying it.
Let's see. Ta-da! I'm back. All right. Today we're going to talk about how to apply mascara.
There's only 10 people left. You're about to lose me, my moderator.
You have to remove your glasses.
Why were you even thinking about that? Why was that on your mind? Are you wearing mascara?
No, but I want to start.
So shouldn't you start with applying mascara? Or I guess you have to be able to remove it so no one catches you with it, huh?
Yeah. I've only got 1 foot out of the closet.
I could have 1 foot out of the closet and still have most of me in it.
What's that have to do with my mascara, man? I think your fans want to know how to apply mascara.
I thought you were removing mascara.
Well, we have to apply it before we can remove it.
That's what I said.
Just piss and leave the talking to me. I'm entertaining people.
Okay.
Okay.
So how do you remove mascara? Don't get shy now.
The opposite of applying it.
So the way to remove mascara is to remove it?
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I feel like,
See, I got to get on something to tune into next week.
come back next week
Yeah.
when I explain to you what the hell I just said.
Oh, I'll edit this shit out.
How many people did we fall down to with the mascara
We went up.
epic? How many?
At least 3.
At least 3.
Yeah, word got out.
Woo, mascara. This season, the smart prepper is wearing his mascara in a smoky shade. So
take
it
all the-
blends in with the fires.
I do not prep food, I prep makeup.
Just because it's the apocalypse doesn't mean you can't look fabulous. Just because there's mushroom clouds on the horizon doesn't mean you have to look dreary. Oh, Maine. Yeah, Maine's another state where it's a very conservative state, but it's dominated by that one batshit craze at Bangor. What's the big city in Maine? I think it's Bangor. What a great name. Well, that sounds like a fantasy epic. Bangor. Our party of heroes traveled over the mountains of mist to the city of Bangor.
To get a tutorial on how to remove their mascara.
No, it's a fantasy novel. Only the bad guys wear mascara, and they like it. I'm writing a fantasy novel.
Sounds like it.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm 45 pages in.
Huh.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Zach's the hero.
Well, I wouldn't say his name is Zach, but that's probably the only difference between me and him. Oh no, he's taller too. He's like 6'2". Otherwise, it's pretty much me. But the pace this story is moving is it's going to have to be a 1,500-page epic. Because I'm 45 pages in and nothing has happened.
A lot of damsels in distress.
There are damsels in distress already, yes. 3 actually. 45 pages in, we've got 3 damsels in distress, not nothing else.
We gotta get those 3 damsels together. They will be saved together.
We do know their bra size though. It takes 45 pages to describe breasts like that. I could spend all 1,500 pages describing the breasts. Contrasting the breasts, comparing the breasts, examining the breasts. But it's a fantasy epic though, so you'd say bosom, not breast. I have decided that the word bosom is the most perfect word in the English language. There is no better word in the English language than bosom. 'Cause it starts with that hard, that manly B, buh, you know, like butch almost. But then it goes into this soft O, and then the sibilant S, bosoms, and then it has the M too on the end. So it's got like all the sounds, all the syllables. But then it has connotations. It has so many layers to it. You know, there's bosom friends. You know, there's this connotations of motherhood, and then of course sexuality and beauty, and so that the word bosoms in the English language encompasses. It's like phonetically perfect, but it's also then like, you know, metaphorically perfect. It covers like all of the entirety almost of the human experience can be found in that word bosoms.
You just talk to yourself talk.
I love to hear myself talk. So, yes, bosoms is the most perfect word in the English language. But the most perfect concept in the English. So like, it sounds beautiful. And it sounds flawless and perfect. But then it entails so many different facets.
Don't blame me. You guys tuned in.
We're up to 25. People like bosoms.
Yeah.
We should talk about bosoms more often. I think the next live stream we do should be entitled Beard and Bearded, Bosoms Extravaganza. Jazz hands.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers. We'll do bosoms. Truckin' Tom is here. He must be smoking dope every time he goes to piss. Yeah, Bear Claw's here. Memories. Keith! Keith is here. He says I'm a cunning linguist. That's like cunnilingus, isn't it? Isn't that what that cunning linguist is? Cunnilinguist? You naughty boy. Keith. For shame. That was a double entendre. You're a cunning linguist. Cunnilingus. Cunnilingus or cunnilingus?
I'm not a biologist.
Not a bio.
We've covered this.
It means oral sex. It means going down on someone. And people wonder why I only say someone, because Brian Stelter might be watching. So. God, there's so many comments held for review. Isaac, what are you doing, buddy?
He fell asleep.
Zach, the rainbow beer is gone to your balls. Fucking Irishman. I'm going to take that from an Irishman. He must be smoking dope every time he goes to piss. And people wonder why I sit around a bonfire. It's the only place I can find this level of philosophy of life not experienced. I've experienced bosoms. I have 15 children. I know my way around a pair of bosoms, sir. But not, going back to our earlier conversation, I have never once in my life experienced fake boobs. I have no idea what breast implants are like. I don't know if I should be proud of this or if I should feel like I'm missing out. Have you ever experienced fake breasts?
Mm-mm.
So it must be a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you haven't done it, then it must not be something worth doing.
definitely.
Okay, chat, let us know. Who here has handled fake boobs? Is it worth it? Joe Walsh likes big tits. I can't wait to see who's handled fake boobs. Like, I've never even seen, well, no, I have been to strip clubs, so I'm sure I've seen some fake boobs.
But you haven't handled them.
No, I know, I never had. No, now, this, young men, listen, listen. Listen, young men. This is important old man wisdom I'm about to lay on you here. Never
touch the strippers.
Never touch the strippers. Because, so let's do some math here, some basic math. I know Palmetto Paratrooper says I can't do it because I'm a Marine, but this is the kind of math a Marine can do. Okay, if you go to a decent strip club, it's $20 to get in. And then there's a 2-drink minimum. And the drinks are usually like $6, $7, $8.
How did that make you buy the drinks?
I don't know.
What's
They never had to force me. I never pushed the policy.
They were serving Kool-Aid.
It's like,
You got Seagrams?
Seagrams!
I'm in.
Well, I was only going to stick to Zima tonight, but let's try the hard stuff. Bring me the Seagrams. Okay, so $20 to get in. 2-drink minimum. But let's say $8. $8 is on the outside. The last strip club I went to was in Las Vegas, and it was $8 for a beer. And I am ashamed at how many of those $8 beers I drank. But I did not drink enough $8 beers to touch a stripper's boobs. Here's why you don't touch a stripper's boobs, ever once, never. You don't touch the strippers. Because if you touch the strippers, you have to pay for a lap dance. So if you get the lap dance, was it Chris Rock? Who had that song, There Is No Sex in the Champagne Room?
No.
Oh, great song.
Will Smith.
No. It might have been Chris Rock. I think it was Chris Rock. There's no sex in the champagne room. If you go to a strip club and you pay $20 to get in, and then say you buy 5 beers at $8, which is on the outside.
That reminds me of the Roadhouse joke.
What's the Roadhouse joke?
Let me see if I remember how it goes. He says,
how much to touch one of them or
yeah,
something?
and he's like, I ain't got 20 bucks.
I got 20 bucks.
That's funny.
It started,
carry on.
Started a bar for.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you've paid $20 to get in, and you've spent $40 on alcohol. Okay, so now you've paid $60. If you go on like a Thursday nights are always the best night to go to a strip club because the good dancers are there, but there's not a lot of people there. Yeah. So you've gone like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and you've paid $60, $20 to get in, $40 in alcohol. You've seen 10 to 12 pairs of press. That's a good deal. $6 a pair of boobs. If you walked down the street and some woman walked up to you and said, for $6, I'll show you my tits for 5 minutes. Like that's about how, they dance for about 5 minutes. And she say, $6, I'll show you my boobs. And you're like, you know what? It's worth it. It's a good deal. Now, you should tip each girl when she dances. Just throw $2 on the stage, leave it alone. So now you're $8 a pair of boobs in. You've had 5, 6 beers. You've seen 10 to 12 pairs of boobs, and you've spent less than $100. This is a good deal. Let's just say you spent $100 and you've seen 10 pairs of boobs. $10 a pair of boobs. That's worth it. If walking down the street, if a woman walked up to you and said, give me $10, I'll show you my tits for 5 minutes, and I'll dance them, I'll dance, I mean, I don't know why these girls do it. It's a terrible deal for them because the $10 a pop, they're dancing, they're up on the pole, they're doing all this, they got to buy the fancy clothes, and it's fine until you get the lap dance. I'll tell you a story about a young man who was definitely not my brother. This was definitely not my brother. My brother would never do this. Took the young man to a strip club. As an older brother, that was a fail. But it wasn't my brother. It wasn't my brother.
I want to come over for Thanksgiving next year.
We walked into this strip club.
Mom's going to beat your
Beat the
ass.
shit out of me. I love you, Mama. We hadn't sat down yet. And a girl walked up to him, and he walked off, went in the back. He was back 2 songs later, because that's all you get in the lap dance is 2 songs, sometimes 3 songs, but usually it's only 2. He's back 2 songs later. He's broke. He spent all his money before he ever sat down. Me, the old man, I still haven't finished my first beer yet. I've got $100. I'm gonna milk it for hours. The strippers get so mad at me. They hate me.
Only for research purposes only.
Research purposes only. Yes. So, this is old man knowledge. If you go to a strip club, you don't get a lap dance. Never, ever, ever get the lap dance. Don't do it.
So you have to get a lap dance if you touch the boobs?
Well, the only way you get to touch the boobs is if you get the lap dance.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't get to touch. They throw you out if you touch them.
I see. I thought that's where you were going with it.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. There's another level to this. If you try to get a free feel, you get thrown out.
I mean, I'm a good Christian. I don't go to strip
Right.
clubs,
No,
so.
man, we're all Baptists here. Yeah, we're all Baptists. But now, so if you pay your $20 and you have your beers, and then decide it's worth getting thrown out for grabbing a pair of tits, I guess it's up to you.
Maybe you want tits and a fight.
I mean,
That's a good way to get it.
that's the best of every world right there.
Let's see. I want to grab some tits and get my ass kicked tonight.
This will be fun.
Maybe I better have more than 2 beers.
See that guy on steroids over there?
That's the dude I'm kicking his ass.
Yeah.
I've already picked
Hey,
him
you, watch this. What are you going to do about it? What?
Picks you up. Okay, come on me, little white man.
Okay. No, but why would you get thrown out? $100, you're going to see 10 to 12 pairs of tits. It's a great deal for a man. Just don't get the lap dance, because then you're completely broke. You've seen 1 pair of tits. A woman who hates you has wiggled against you for 10 minutes. It's better to get married and just let her divorce you in 10 to 15 years. At least you'll have sex 10 to 15 times, right? I don't know. That's still pretty expensive. I don't know. Don't listen to me. That might not be good. That might not be a good trade-off. Maybe go to the strip club. All right. Let's see what the chat had to say about that.
I think you shocked them into silence.
Isaac says this is a titillating conversation. You can't get this kind of grade A wisdom on the Viking Preparedness channel. Oh, I bet you Pastor Fox might have a thing or two to say about strip clubs. Don't anyone tell him I said that. You don't spend a career in the Army, though, without learning a few things. Okay. Nope, Palmetto says that math is fine. One guy sued a stripper after friends hired a stripper who in mid-dance stride spun around and knocked him out with her fake tits. What a way to go. If you get them a rocking, they can knock you unconscious. If you touch a stripper, best case, you get kicked out. Worst case, you get to pay hundreds of dollars a month for 18 years. Chuck Norris likes Kentucky strippers. Oh, we lost Haz. All right, Haz. You're probably gone already. Good night. I would have loved to heard about Irish strippers, though.
Magically delicious.
JDO says those lap dances cost far more than you think if you were actually thinking. Yeah, lap dances are not worth it. Don't ever use your credit card in a strip club. Don't even take your credit card to a strip club. Don't be stupid. Leave your credit card at home. East Texas Wildman says, I was married to, I think he was going to say I was married to a stripper. And Nita Valier is here. Good to see you, Nita Valier. I used to see, air quotes, some strippers up in Kalamazoo. It's fun. The lifestyle can be held out. Yeah, it's really hard on the women. Is this boob math? It is. A Vegas stripper, yes, they were fake. I touched a stripper as much as I wanted to when I was 26. I'm 37 and I'm still paying for it. You just can't argue with that kind of logic. Law of diminishing returns as it applies to bosoms. Oh God, Nona's still here. Hi, Nona. You heard that, huh? Who gives a shit about strippers? Keep up, boy. This boob math gives algebra. Oh, that was brilliant. Algebra. Well done, sir. A whole new meaning. They teach a course on strippers in the Marine Corps, allegedly. I promise you, they teach a course on strippers in the Marine Corps. You wouldn't kicked out over it in Detroit. It's probably pretty hard to get kicked out in Detroit. There's not that many people around anymore. It's cheaper to be thrown out than to go balls deep. You don't want to be a Baptist sack, trust me. You should drink more. Officers don't go to strip clubs. Okay. Not marriage advice. Strippers are cheaper than a wife, says Chuck Norris. Get a traveling construction job? I'm telling Pastor Fox. Yeah. East Texas Wildman, I was married to a stripper. Was, right? University of South Carolina has a bar near campus called the Library. Parents get excited when their kids spend thousands of dollars at the library. Nice. Oh, Sharon's still with us too. Sharon heard all this stripper talk. I got assigned to a house full of strippers while working for the census. They make really good money. Yeah, Keith. Okay, so I have another stripper story. When I used to work in rent-to-own. Terrible job. I was an account manager, which is another way to say repo man. And they sent me to this stripper's house and they warned me beforehand, Zach. They said, Zach, she's a stripper. Use your head. But then they said,
I am.
They said it'll be okay because she probably won't be there. It was my first rent-to-own job, and they were, They were just sending me out. So I go to the stripper's apartment and I knock on the door. And she didn't come to the door, but, you know, I'm not that smart. So I kept knocking. And apparently it was Friday night. She had to get to work. So she finally comes to the door. It's a one-room apartment. It was like a converted hotel. But she comes to the door in this little tiny nightgown that barely covers her ass. And she's got her hair wrapped in a towel, but her makeup was perfect. And what she said is, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was in the shower." At the time, I didn't realize, you know, her makeup was perfect. You know, clearly she hadn't been in the shower.
I'm surprised you noticed she had makeup on.
Well, it occurred to me later. But she was in this little tiny silk satiny, and I went, and she said, "Hey, I got to get to work. Can you let me leave? I've got $100." And I went,
It's like, yeah, I'll take the $100. I'll just give it back to you later.
yeah, you can have it later. So she hands me the $100, and I walk away, and I go back to the store, and I'm all proud of myself because I got $100 from the stripper. And the boss was like, "You fucking idiot. She's got $3,000 worth of merchandise. I've been chasing her for 6 months and I haven't been able to catch her yet. All you got was 100 lousy bucks." She got away with it. It all wrote off. You know, after so much time, they quit trying and they just write it off. And she got away with it. But all I got was $100 out of her. Being a repo man for a rent-to-own company is just the worst possible job there is. Because you're going to people's houses and you're taking their washing machines and their refrigerators and their living room and their laptops. And, you know, once you get it, you take it back, and then the store manager is like, "Why did you get the merchandise? You should have got money," because they only get, you know, their point is they want revenue. So they want you to get money. The problem is you're dealing with people who rent. Like when I first started, the company I started with still had wedding rings on rent. Now they had gotten out of it, but they hadn't, so they weren't renting any new wedding rings at that point, but they still had wedding rings out on rent. Well, okay, who rents a wedding ring? You know, you already know who you're dealing with here. And there was just some horrible soul-crushing things you'd see on it. Like literally, the December 23rd one time, I went into a house, and I took everything but the Christmas tree. Literally, the kitchen appliances, the sofa, all the living room furniture. I took I had to take the babies out of their bed. This baby was in diapers.
Babies?
What?
You took the babies?
Well, I took the babies out of their bed and took the bed out from underneath the babies. I took the parents' bed. I took the washer and dryer. I took everything 2 days before Christmas. And like, you know, when I first got there and got in the house, and they were trying to ignore me, but I'm a very hard man to ignore when I don't want to be ignored. And so I forced my way into the house, sort of, in a weird way.
They should have came to the door in a nightgown.
They should have. This was about a year later. I had learned my lesson. It might have been 2 years later. They could have come to the door having sex together. And anyway, and when I got in there, the mother was all weird and freaking out, and she went in the bathroom, and she was gone 5 minutes, and she came back later. She'd done some sort of drugs, and she was in a great mood. And she was all happy. You know, I've got this sleeping baby that I'm laying on the floor while I take its crib out from under. It wasn't a crib, but it was like a bunk bed. Just horrible, horrible stuff. You know, and just you spend all your days getting lied to and screaming at people screaming at you on their front porch, and just awful stuff. I worked that job for 5 years. It was good for me. I was coming from a bad place. It motivated me. It got me moving, but oh God, it was soul crushing. Just the stuff you deal with on a regular basis. So yeah, no, not cool at all. Now, repoing cars might be cool, because you go in the middle of the night and you got that weird little thing sticking out of the back of your pickup truck, and you just and you're gone. You don't have to deal with anybody. But when you're trying to get in someone's house and take their, I had this woman one time. She lived in government housing, a little shitty apartment in this, project, and she had a 82-inch television, and she wasn't paying. She had an 82-inch television and a washer and dryer that she wasn't paying on, and I just beat on her door so much one day that she was trying to. She used to put signs on her door. Don't knock on my door. I won't come to the door. She was talking to me. I was like, yo, screw you. I pull the sign down, bang, 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 bang. And I've literally banged on doors for over an hour before. I don't know how long I had to bang on hers. But she finally came out one day and said, look, I'm not giving you this stuff. I know that I don't have to allow you in here. I know that it charges off after 3 months. You're not getting it. Don't come back. And she said, I've got to have this 82-inch television. My baby has autism and he has to have it. Watching TV makes autistic kids worse. But, she said that she had to have an 82-inch TV for her autistic baby. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And it did. It charged off. She got it. The end of that story was that it was in her husband's name. And I told her husband, I was working for a little independent rent-to-own company at this point. It later got bought out by a really big one that you couldn't do this at. But when I was at the independent one, I told the husband, look, one day you're going to have to get a job, and they're going to apply for they're going to have to get a. Actually, no, I told him one day you're going to get pulled over for a broken tail light, and I'm going to put a warrant out on your ass, and you're going to get arrested. And when you come to me and ask me to remove the warrant, I'm going to tell you no until you bring me back my TV and my washer and dryer, and you pay me it was like $102 or something. It cost me it was like $60 to file the warrant. It was like $40 to remove the warrant. And anyway, I said, I will not remove that warrant until you bring me back my merchandise and pay the exact every dime of that $100+ plus. Well, what happened was he wanted to get a job that required a background check, and the background check found the warrant. And he came up there and was begging me, like tears in his eyes, please just pull this warrant. And I said, nope. So he showed up the next day with the washer and dryer and said, please pull the warrant. I said, nope. And so he went home and he came back with the TV and he said, please pull the warrant. And I said, nope. And so he came back with like $100 and said, all right, now go get the warrant. And I said, nope. You bring me my $2 and whatever change it was. And he did. He had to go back out to the car and get $2 and change from his grandmother. I said, okay, now I'll pull the warrant. But I was so pissed at that guy. I was pissed at his wife is who I was pissed at. But it was in his name, so I had to put the warrant out on him.
But you let the stripper go.
Oh, yeah, the stripper got away. Didn't even show me her tits. Yeah, I was sad. I was bad. You can get shot taking a car. Lizard lick towing. Seen it on Discovery.
Yeah, I used to watch that show.
I never understood how hood people always seem to have such good cars. Because they do buy here, pay here.
Yeah, the houses we go to, they always have nice cars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I feel sorry for these guys. I'm doing sprays for free. I'm there for an inspection. Oh, I got roaches. Okay, I'll spray your house for
fine,
free.
whatever. But then you realize most of these people are on Section 8 housing. It's the middle of the day. Everyone's home asleep. We're waking people up going in their houses.
And I walk out and I wait a minute, you got a better car than I do.
They got nice cars. You're like, no, bullshit. You guys, the whole house isn't on third shift. That 8-year-old right there is not on third shift. Yeah. We're so stupid in this country. If we don't stop this Section 8 housing horse shit, that alone will sink us. Forget, food stamps and Medicaid and all that. And you know what? I'm not against those things for people who need them. But our system is just like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever, take it.
It just promotes no dads in the home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. You're up again.
Just lit my cigarette.
Oh, dude, I just broke your chair.
Well,
I have a question though.
there will be a warrant out on you.
Why
Until
was
you
this,
replace
why
my
was
chair.
this chair so easy to break? Holy shit! Ah!
Those Seagrams are just way too much for this man.
What the hell kind of cheap ass shit are you bringing over here?
It was perfectly fine for you sat in it.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
I guess you can throw it on the fire.
No, this is where I'm growing grass to feed my cow.
Yeah.
I'll throw it on the other side.
He's not growing no grass to feed no cow. All right, I just don't know how to follow up an awesome repo story like that. But there will be a warrant out on the revolting man tomorrow, Monday. Monday, yep. He will replace this chair.
All right, I'm suing you for making me fall on camera. Irreparable harm to my.
I'm suing you for tricking me to be your friend.
Okay, where are you when you get
I was lied to.
I can't argue with that. That was a shitty thing to do to a man. It's like that Jim Carrey. What was that Jim Carrey movie?
The cable man?
Cable.
Or
Yeah.
the cable guy, whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
A terrifying but very funny movie.
Guess that could describe our friendship, right?
Cable guy.
I'm your buddy. That was a funny movie.
Yeah, that was funny. You have nowhere to sit. I don't know why you're building the fire up.
That's true. We should call this a night, shouldn't we?
That was my favorite chair.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that the purple one was your favorite.
Yeah, brought up my eyes.
I bet you. All right, man. Well, since I no longer have anywhere to sit, and this has descended into utter silliness, let's see. We're at 167.20. We're gonna take another 2 to 3 minutes. Oh, look who showed up.
What's up, dog?
Let's get our last. Get our last chats in. Remember when Zach fell into the fire? This was the day history was made. Don't burn the beautiful wool sweater. Oh yeah, Palmetto recognizes my sweater. Jeff never lived the life of a degenerate. Otherwise, he'd have plenty of stories to fill the dead air with. Oh, he has plenty of stories. They can't be
They're
told.
my stories, and I keep them to myself.
Entitlements replace charity. Charity generally required having to A, articulate a plan to turn one's life around, and B, express some gratitude. Yes, yes. That chair sucks. It really does.
That chair was amazing. It wasn't
I
like
was
that.
on. Look, 19 people saw that chair just collapse
Saw you break that chair.
with
So I have 19 witnesses
with no.
that you owe me a chair.
All I was doing was sitting in it, and it collapsed. You booby trapped my chair.
I bosom trapped his chair.
Ooh, bosoms. We could be here for another hour. Bosoms. You almost burned your beard off. Yeah, that's the real problem with entitlements and welfare is that it takes away charity, which actually helps
She's
people.
gonna say that's the real problem with bosoms because they're traps.
There's no problem with bosoms. You were not listening. Bosoms are perfect. Section 8 turned the Boston Irish neighborhoods into Haitian and Somalian hoods and Puerto Rican. Yeah, Section 8 is very destructive. When you can get free housing and free food, suddenly you can start thinking about, earning whatever, spending money you need with petty crime. And then we appreciate you. I'm sorry this ended in such a
Hilarious fashion.
hilarious fact. Look at that. It ripped out that's
The chair doesn't lie. Your fat ass needs going to diet.
Shut up, man.
Stay off of Seagrams, man.
They got a lot of sugar in it. So, but we accomplished our goal.
Oh, you dirty. You didn't finish it. You're such a girl.
We finished our case of Seagrams.
We drank most of the piss in the bottle.
We drank most of the piss in the bottle. We have an axe. We had to start a fire, so we brought an axe. That predates the live stream, though. We're going to just leave that here till the morning. Men, we appreciate you to know, and thank you. I'm sorry about how abruptly this ended, but I've got nowhere to sit.